everyone, and welcome to our Fallout campaign. Lindy has been describing how in her game there are missing children in mine shafts, and I have no questions. So we're going to dive into talking to people and getting acquainted with this lovely game that I have actually been prepping for quite a while now. I've run a few sessions for a home group, so I've almost had a rehearsal for this kind of thing. But I'm very, very excited to be playing a very fast and loose version of Fallout 2D20 because I helped make it, which is awesome. Well, let's chat to the lovely people who have assembled to be my victims and the cat. First, our lovely special guest to the channel, Lindy. Hello.
Hello, hi, 'tis I, Lindy of the Laugh Love variety. I'm very excited to be here. I love the Fallout aesthetic. Give me all the 1940s, 50s aesthetic vibes, and I'm a happy camper. And I'll be playing Betty Miller today. She's a lovely lady. Makes a real good pie.
Looking forward to it. And Tom.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I will be playing Bert Miller, the loving husband of Betty Miller.
I love that. Tom, I have a macro for you. Well, not a macro. I have a random roll table for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Just for you.
Great.
It's raining heavily.
Oh,
but
lovely.
It's hot.
It's hot. Oh, I do love random roll tables.
There you go.
I love them.
The weather with Tom.
So it's hot and heavy? That's what
tradition.
I picked up from that.
It is hot and heavy.
It's hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weather with Tom is a tradition amongst us in this channel. So now, Tom, you will remind me whenever we start this game. We get to find out what the weather's like.
It's okay. All right. I like that.
There we go. Nice. Susie, what have you been up to?
Hello.
Finding children down mine shafts?
Yeah.
I was half listening, I'll be honest.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I've been playing with Lindy, and she's been emotionally torturing me. Just being an emotional terrorist, really.
It's all the love.
Yeah, allegedly.
Okay.
But I'm used to it. I keep coming back for some reason. I'm still here for some reason.
Hey.
Kidding. But no, I'm very excited to get into this Fallout campaign. I will be playing Debbie Davis, who is a young vault dweller stepping out into the world and just eager to share love and light and a certain word with people.
Great. I don't know what it is about a Fallout game that makes people alliterate, but there's a lot of it going on here. But I'm here for it. I like it. With no alliteration to speak of, James, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. I've got a bit of a summer cold. I'm slightly stressed, but I'm actually really massively looking forward to this.
Good.
I am playing Dollarwise, who is a very friendly robot who just wants to have a word, and can he come in for a minute to discuss the word? And he will, of course, is okay with Bert and Betty taking their time, as long as they keep space for the word.
Oh no, space for the 7. Oh, that was a throwback. Oh my god. I love that. Well, I am going to be their overseer for the rest of this game. I'm going to be playing many different characters, many different types of people, as they will uncover in the Idaho wasteland of my own creation. But I should, thank you chat, mention that you can influence the game. We're playing the 2D20 edition of Fallout, so you can do some of the following. If you donate some bits, there's alerts go off and everything. You can give folks some action points, which is like momentum in this. So it lets them do more actions, buy more dice, have a better chance at doing stuff. You can also buy them some luck points, and I thought about this week. Chums, they can buy you over your maximum luck if you want, so you can just adjust that. Hopefully the sheet won't just cancel it out automatically. I don't know if it does, in all honesty. You can also, for 1,000 bits, this is my favorite one, either decide to evoke mysterious stranger arriving and dealing some damage to the. Thank you for the subscription, Pope. Thank you so much. So mysterious stranger to help them in combat and deal some damage to the enemy, or you can evoke the lady, Misfortune. I always thought Lady Luck. No, Misfortune, and she will enact like a random damage effect, or maybe your choice. I don't know. We'll figure it out in play, I guess. All right, that's about it, actually, chums. So if I can move my cat out of the way, we're gonna start. A little bit of mood music. Set your volume to just the right level and settle in for Fallout Twin Falls. War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across ruins of the old world to build new societies, establish new villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. Prospectors, merchants, and chancers raced from all over the Republic to capture the rights to various trade routes and consolidate their control of wealth and resources. You are a caravan guard, hired to drive a herd of Brahmin north into the unexplored Idaho wasteland. Unsure of what awaits you, the promise of pay is too good to turn down. And you find yourself following the shadow of Interstate 93, this large arcing highway above you, supported by crumbling concrete pillars. Above it, a road almost entirely inaccessible to you along here. Tom. Oh, you're pointing to the thing. Understand. Okay. I thought I had a technical problem. Okay. You've fucking ruined it now. But you have been following the 93 North for some weeks now, having gotten to know each other a little bit. And of course, your caravan merchant driving this herd forward, the old-timey prospector type Rhymy Richard, and his strange, kind of quizzical Mr. Gutsy, Colonel Gutsy companion that introduced itself as Bingo Fuel. Lindy and Tom, who do we see and how do they walk alongside this caravan? Just out on the side, watching for any creatures or perhaps raiders that might want to take anything from the caravan.
Well, I imagine we're like strolling arm in arm. Yeah.
Yeah, as best as we can.
Yeah. Betty, she looks like, any other delightful, like 1950s, 40s-esque housewife. She's got a bright yellow, charming sundress on. Black hair done up immaculately. She definitely sleeps in rollers. Little hat pinned on. Her makeup done. Makeup might be limited, but you can make do. So, bright red lipstick. The bright red lipstick makes, everything else not as important because it draws the eye. Little cute little heels, kitten heels on. Just strolling along like you do when you're walking with your husband.
Seemingly completely oblivious to the pouring rain.
Yes,
that's
absolutely
assailing the caravan right now. But next to her, a much larger figure, Tom.
Yes,
About
Bert
Bert.
towers over his beloved wife, Betty. He is a hulking beast of a man, rippling with muscle, which kind of bulges outside of this kind of multiple checkered suits that seem to have been stitched together, different colors, best they can to make it work. On top of his head, you can see a kind of it looks like a toupee that is just drenched in rain and just flat against its head. But really, the toupee is just like an animal that's been nailed to his head as a kind of like piece of hairdo. I would like to think that one hand he's holding hand with Betty on, but the other one has almost got the other hand holding over Betty.
Oh, such a
Just
gentleman.
literally just his hand just hovering over it. But on his back, he's got a kind of like a backpack that has got multiple kind of things that they've collected over their journeys, junks that Mrs. Miller needed for her kitchen, or just nice little ornaments that she likes. So his back is probably got tons of junk in this backpack. He seems rather happy for a super mutant. He's big grin, kind of happy strolling. Doesn't really care much about the rain or the heat.
Such a gentleman, though, like using your hand as an umbrella for me.
Yeah.
I'd also like to imagine that in my hand that's not holding Bert's hand, I'm holding the leash to Spot.
Oh yes, Spot. We have that little pet Spot, which is a nice little rad roach that we have. We have the perfect family.
The perfect nuclear family.
Yeah.
Some ways back from this strange couple, survivor seemingly in a really dull, dusty, grimy yellow dress, and a large super mutant, somehow a little bit greener and dumber than the Master's army is known to be. We pull back to Rhymy as he takes a swig from a little hip flask from under his coat, and he then tucks it back in. His coat quite thick, but he is old and really using it to protect himself from the rain, not feeling the heat so much. Bingo fuel out ahead of him. A little warning light flicking, a little red warning light flicking on and off sporadically down toward kind of the bottom of his like main spherical chassis. And then behind several Brahmin, we find another pair of people. Susie, would you introduce Debbie?
Debbie is a vault dweller, and she wears that distinctive bright blue vault suit, and she's got the Pip-Boy on her arm, little backpack on, clanking at her hips is a like a little belt with some little pouches, and a Vault-Tec water flask, which is just constantly clanking off another buckle as she's walking. She is quite short and very much not athletic. She is quite plump and rosy-cheeked. Even though she is currently drenched in rain, she's looking around, smiling, chatting to the Brahmin, just yapping away as she's walking. And her hair is a little ginger, like bowl cut thing situation bob that she's got going on, and it's currently like plastered to her face, and every now and then she'll just go like to like get it out of her way. But she's and the other thing is she's clutching to her chest to keep it dry is a little black book.
And occasionally, from the proximity of the Pip-Boy to your ear, you can hear a faint click as your Geiger counter just peaks every now and again as it gets splattered with rain. And Susie, you get to make the first roll of the game.
Yeah.
So I need you to head over to the macros, or if you've got it on your character sheet, I need you to roll a combat dice for me.
Oh. Did it work?
Okay, yeah, it did work.
0.
Yeah. So thankfully, your vault suit, jumpsuit, provides some good protection from the potential radiation still hanging around in the water that's constantly evaporating, falling back down onto this nuclear wasteland that has not, the radiation has not aged out of in the last couple hundred years. But that is not a concern for our 4th caravan guard. James, would you like to introduce Dollarwise?
Dollarwise bobs at a respectful but protective distance from Sister Betty. And he is a Mr. Handy. He moves in a sine wave style, as these robots always do. But nailed to him is a white sopping wet shirt with a small pocket square and a black tie, which is nailed and stapled to his frame, which hangs limp and dripping down the front of him. Very occasionally, you hear a small sound which sounds like him humming something that might once have been a hymn or a devotional song.
You have a integral boiler mod, don't you?
Yes.
Based on the fact that the rain has been hitting the caravan hard for the last few hours, part of everyone's regular daily lives out here is that constant thought of survival and how to stay fed and stay watered. So would you like to collect some of the dirty water and perhaps change it into some purified water with your boiler?
Yeah, I'd like to think there's a small sort of almost a cap which he reaches up and just goes with his pincer, and the rain sort of slowly funnels it into him. You hear a slight sort of metallic, coppery gurgling, and then like a small stove has been lit or something, as he turns some of the heat that's keeping him upwards rather than downwards. He sags a little bit lower, not flying quite as high, and boils off some of this water. And after a while, when he's got enough, the pincer comes back, puts the cap back in, and you hear what sounds like "oh," as he makes a small sound from inside. And in another small hatch on his left-hand side, there's now a available bottle of water. It doesn't come in a bottle. It comes in what looks like a you get those medical drips or blood bags.
IV bags?
Yeah, that's the word.
Oh my gosh.
It comes in like an IV bag.
Or like a little Capri Sun style,
basically like a
you've got
Capri
these
Sun.
like foil things that it comes
he's
out
got
in.
he can create he's got some of those inside, but he doesn't have like bottles of plastic or something, because plastics, So these are sort of waxy, papery style Capri Sun things that you can just drink out of. So it's all stored there now.
Nice. Okay. Well, as you drive on hard through this rain, there finally comes a point as the sun begins to head far into the west of the sky, where Rhymy slows down first and starts to drift slowly towards the back of the caravan, and then the Brahmin start to, almost instinctually from this habit of his, they start to just kind of like divert off from under the shadow of the highway, and they just start to nibble at the very like meager brush and kind of grass that's still here. you're in kind of like arid brushland still. It's not the desert of the Mojave, but this is still quite southern Idaho, really just over the border, you think, Debbie, based on maybe your telemetry from your Pip-Boy. And so the caravan comes to a halt, and Rhymy kind of beckons each of you over. Sure, I think we'll stay here tonight. And he kind of wipes away like just water from his eye line as he kind of barely sees the four of you. I think it's best to set down camp, maybe under this. And he points just over the way to like one of the concrete pillars that hold up the some of the steelwork as well from the highway. What do you guys like to do?
Oh yeah, it's probably a good idea to get us some shelter. It's raining cats and dogs out there.
And he looks down, as he's wont to do, at your rad roach, and he's like, cats and dogs. He kind of gives you that one beady eye for a second, and then looks up at Bert a little bit, scared but happy that you've taken the initial hiring on fee, and that you work for him. And then he turns to probably what he considers to be the most sensible person of the group, Debbie, and he says, well, they taught you good, right? So maybe we can get a camp going under here.
She kind of looks like a deer in the headlights, like, yeah, they did. One second. And she's gonna look at a Pip-Boy and like scroll through like any like documents she's got in there about camping. She's like, shh.
I love that. I want you to roll for me. Actually, let's make this the camp, setting up the camping roll, right? Okay, so it's an intelligence test.
Okay.
I'm willing to hear what you think based on using your Pip-Boy the skill should be, or the skill could be. Because I'm thinking generally like survival, but based on your instruction, the rest of the group can decide like how they want to help out.
Yeah, so I think that Debbie, rather than it being like a straight survival, I think Debbie is approaching this from a purely intellectual standpoint, having no physical skills whatsoever. So she's reading through the theory of how to set up a perfect camp, and so she can identify good spots to look at. Like she can triangulate a good spot from her.
Based on the trajectory of the rain.
Based on the trajectory of the rain and the sun and the...
As you look directly into the rain for a second, you realise that's the worst idea imaginable.
And
it's
she
just
does,
like
'cause she's got,
sting
like...
in your eyes from the acidity.
So anyone looking at her, she's like looking at her Pip-Boy and she looks directly into the rain and is like... And then she like looks directly to where the sun is and then she's like, no, that was stupid. Okay. And then she's just gonna be like, okay, Bart, if you could put the lean-to over there and then she's like just pointing.
I'll handle the cooking. Don't you worry.
Okay.
You
She, like,
see
stands
Bert-
there, like, her
Bert
hands
will
on her
look
hips.
proud, like Vault Boy
Betty.
himself.
Bert will look to Betty for confirmation.
Yeah, that's a good idea, darling. You better get that set up and I'll have it all ready by the time your dinner, all ready by the time you're done.
And he's gonna head off and he's gonna help set up camp by dragging whatever shelter he can, either some pieces of metal, rock. He'll smash some rock down to kind of build up to make it a little easier if need be. Yeah, he'll use survival.
Yeah. I'm gonna get everybody rolling here. We're gonna kind of get this all
Wonderful.
going. So this is what in 2d20 as a group check. So Susie is going to be rolling normally. You know how I described with a pool of dice that she can add to. You haven't got any action points at the moment. You might have a perk or something, not right now, that might add to it or let you re-roll or something. But this is, well, it depends what kind of, actually we can just roll, to be fair, and we can see like how many successes you get, and then we figure out how good the camp is. But then everybody else is going to roll 1d20, and I want you to use the attribute and the skill combo that you think like you're using to help contribute to the camp, right?
Yep.
And if you need to, in the skills section on the sheet, you can change the attribute like default for a skill based on what you're using. So, and I like to mix and match these all the time. So remember to change it back, but you can change the attribute that's linked to the skill in the sheet depending on what you're doing. So, Susie, that sounded like science to me. Is that what you were gunning for?
Yeah, let's do I can do a science.
Can you do a science?
I can do a
Intelligence
science.
and science. And you've got 2d20 to roll with that. And everybody else, I want you to roll 1d20. So we let Susie roll. There's a button in the chat which lets us do the assistance stuff. So take it away,
Wonderful.
Susie.
Oh,
I
there
rolled.
it is.
No successes so far. So
Okay.
unknown to anyone. No complications. Okay, unknown to anyone. Rhymy kind of is sauntering off, just to like, shelter next to a Brahmin a little, just to kind of stop the rain from battering him a little bit. And he's on that hip flask again, and he's just kind of like, you notice
need it.
now that he's like swaying slightly.
He's gonna need it to travel with us. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably
It's
good.
been a couple of weeks for him, bless him. Debbie just giving like some of the most ridiculous instructions and advice. But you know what? That's fine. Bert's just taking chunks out of the concrete pillar holding up the highway in order to try and form some kind of shelter underneath this thing. So Tom, why don't you make that like an athletics check, I guess? Survival, strength,
Yeah,
or something?
survival endurance. is
Survival
what I'm
endurance. Let's go.
I like the idea that Debbie has not been looking at a camping manual. It's like a comic book where someone is camping and
Yes.
she's trying to extrapolate from that.
I tried to roll to assist, but it says you attempted to use a roll command looking for the value of a selected token, but no token. Does that mean we need tokens on the board?
We need some
can-
tokens on the board. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's fine. I forgot about this.
Here we go. Hello.
I
Oh,
forgot about this. Did you just chuck yourself
Lovely.
down there?
I
Yeah,
did.
you did. Yeah.
I did.
All right.
Chuck myself next to my
Get
amazing
right
husband.
next to my
We can
Yeah.
chuck you guys in the corner of the map over here.
Oh.
Remember you're in the corner, and then
Right.
I'll pop.
No
other-
one puts
other
Bert
people
in the corner.
He's too
There's
big.
two of me,
Oh my
there's
God.
two of me.
Yeah,
There we go.
gone. Awesome. We're getting there, gang. I'm remembering how the sheet works. Slowly but surely.
Here we
All
go.
right, so click your token and then click your assist thing in the chat.
Endurance. And dude, this is so cool. Survival.
I'm so glad it is because no one can see this in the
One
chat.
success.
One
Nice.
success. Okay.
Okay.
And Betty, you're assisting with the cooking. You're getting a campfire going, I presume.
Yeah. Yes,
Nice.
yes. And I'm cooking. You might not know exactly what it's supposed to be, but I will tell you. So don't you worry, people.
Is this something that you get from like the provisions? Because like you've had a hiring on fee, which I'll come
Mostly.
to in a sec. But
Yeah.
and like, but oh my god, all these new names. Richard, Rhymy has been catering you essentially. Like
Yeah.
there have been supplies heading up to this town.
Well,
so-
mostly. Yeah.
yeah, mostly.
Yeah. Can I make a survival luck check? Because I feel like eating Betty's cooking is a little. Yeah.
You can spend a luck point to roll luck. Yes.
Okay.
And you can always do that, folks.
Okay, very fun. Because I think that would be hilarious if cooking is a luck check out here. I just think that's very funny. Okay. Luck. Boom. Skill. Survival. survival. Nope. I tried.
I think it's raining, right? And you are trying to start a campfire. So it's
yeah.
classic, like, harsh conditions. It's getting quite smoky, but no,
Yeah.
like, flames aren't really rising up. Like, it's not.
Yeah, and I've got like a
barbecue
soup
situation.
on there, but it just keeps raining, and it's gonna be really watery.
It's now just rain soup.
Yeah, it's just a little watered
Cold
down.
rain soup.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think it's
James-
turning out great though.
Oh yeah, best
Yeah.
stew you've ever made.
Yeah. I'm making borscht because the fire wasn't getting very hot.
And James.
Donalwise is going to be looking for sticks, trees, anything he can get to just cut down and drag across. If he can, he'll try and put some kind of teepee thing, lean-to thing together to help Bert, and maybe cut off some sticks to lie down next to Betty for her to try and flame, but we'll see what happens. So
There's
I'm basically just cutting into things.
There's plenty of deadwood around here. A couple of dead upright trees still in the ground nearby. Yeah, but
Nice.
vegetation is pretty lacking and pretty dead, if not.
Yeah, it's more just getting the dead wood. So I think it's just going to be strength melee weapons, as he's just trying to cut through this dead stuff. Really, right?
Roll to assist.
Nope.
So that, again, I think that vegetation is working against you, and there's just, with that one pincer, it's just very hard to erect the teepee with, like, as you're trying. And bless her, Debbie is not really helping, like, as much as she might try to get a lean-to going with some of the tarp that is on the back of one of the Brahmins. Like, it's very ineffectually made, but eventually you get to a point where you think, this is good enough for a night, and I just really hope that I don't wake up drenched, like with drenched legs in the morning or something, right? Now, Susie, rules is written. Because you got no successes, I can't add any more successes to your test. Would you like to spend your first luck point to re-roll any of that?
Do you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Roll
yeah.
that test for me again.
Da-da-da.
But this is it.
One success.
Okay, so we got 2 successes, guys. It means that you can have 2 campsite features. We've got a campfire. We've got shelter, 2 of the things you're trying to work towards. Comfortable bedding, a cooking station. So a campfire is more about providing you warmth from cold exposure, which you'd have to worry about at the moment because, like, it's actually quite hot. It might get cooler in the night, but you'll be okay. So you can have a cooking station instead, so it's a much smaller fire, but it provides you with that hot, warm, hearty stew that Betty's putting together. You can have an alarmed site, so you can have set up some little traps that alert you to people coming or going, or creatures coming or going. You can have a cleaned site, so you can make sure that there's no disease, no poison, no radiation around your campsite, so you won't get exposed overnight. You can conceal your campsite, so you can hide it away from people and they won't notice it as they go past, perhaps. Or you can have a defensible site, so you can have maybe erected some, like, makeshift defenses, little kind of barricades and stuff, in order to then protect yourself from any raiders or anything that might come by. Any quick shout outs of anything that you would like?
Can I ask?
Shelter seems important.
Yeah, today?
Do super mutants sleep?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yes. Super mutants sleep. People sleep. Robots don't sleep.
I am not a person.
It is true.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we knew that. Sorry.
Just like to reiterate,
And in the
case
game
anyone
too.
thought, in case I had shocked anyone. Yeah, exactly. Ginger hair. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
No soul.
Sorry. Cooking station. I thought maybe... Did I hear an advance on cooking station?
I'm happy for a cooking station.
Oh,
Shelter and a cooking station?
Shelter and a cooking
Shelter and
station.
cooking station.
Shelter and cooking
That's what
station.
we're working with, right?
Enough shelter for people, yeah, not like a big thing because it's lashing down, right? So we're just about-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is going to protect you and let you sleep and rest away from the exposure to the rain tonight. And then a cooking station. It's going to provide a little bit of warmth if you huddle around it, but that cooking pot and little campfire that Betty has finally gotten going, probably with the help of Dollarwise, eventually just kind of like flaming it a little bit for like a few seconds.
No, she has to do it herself.
Okay.
The word helps those who help themselves. And she is a strong, capable, slightly insane woman, and she can do it herself.
It's borscht. We're having borscht for dinner. It's fine. It's a cold soup. Perfect for a hot, rainy day.
Cool. All right. And you serve your borscht.
It's borscht, question mark, because, you know, we may not have had all the ingredients. So, it's just- yeah.
Yeah. So some like, you know, military canteens, a couple of them go around. There's a couple of like broken china bowls. I think maybe like, you know, Betty has a couple of items maybe kind of stolen at one point or scavenged or definitely bought with her checkbook.
No, see, when I went to the grocery store last, they're having like a special. I saw a sign. It's when you spend over a certain amount, you get dishware for free. It's a very, you know, old school kind of thing. And I, you know, stocked up on groceries that day, so I got just enough of a nice china dining set for me and my family. So me and Bert and Spot have some nice china. I set it up like a little picnic for us, a little checkered blanket. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. So this so the three of you eating this cold, watery, dirty
Yep.
soup. And for you, Betty, the borscht.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's not my best, but it's good. Yeah.
I love that.
and
Like every mum, I love to think that's how she introduces it. It's not my best. It's not my best.
It's not my best. It's not my best, you know. It's just, you know, they didn't have all the right ingredients, but it's, you know, it's as good as a borscht as we're gonna get right now. So here you go, and I give everyone a nice bowl, and I have a second like little picnic blanket, but I tuck it in like a napkin for Bert, and then
Thanks.
oh, anything for you, sweetheart.
Lovely.
And Bert's, for some explicable reason, has got like the smallest container to eat out of.
He's got the serving dish.
Yeah. But you give him the largest chunks of meat? Question mark?
I do. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know if meat is in a borscht.
It is in this one.
It is in this one. Absolutely. All right. So I need the three of you then to again roll me a combat dice.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay. Susie, you're fine.
Okay.
Tom, you're technically fine because you're immune to radiation. Tom gets the radiation.
Where is the It's a macro, isn't it?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Alright.
Combat dice roll.
There we go. I don't have. This is not my normal computer, so I didn't have them enabled. I was like, where is it? Okay. There we go.
Just the one.
Just the one.
You're okay too.
Oh, good.
So, you all managed to avoid the radiation. But it's pretty...
Delicious.
Yep.
Gritty.
Like
Gritty.
bite.
It's a little
It's got a bite to it. Mm-hmm.
An aftertaste.
It's, you know, there's a lot of beets
watery
in borscht.
and bitey.
So, yeah, very earthy.
Really strange. Okay.
Yeah.
So you folks have an opportunity under this overpass on Route 93 to kind of relax into the evening, stay with your trinkets, maybe do a little reading, watch out as the sun goes down, a little romantic walk,
Oh, yeah.
So as a mechanical reminder, the way you get luck points back in this game, and it's going to be the only way because we get a nice little bit of roleplay out of it, is you have a little bit of like a little scene with your trinket, maybe like a memory, maybe like just describing kind of like what you do with it, maybe a little ritual or something.
Mm-hmm. I balance my checkbook before bed.
Okay, so Betty, describe that for us as the four of you kind of huddled round this like cooking fire, and Bingo is just doing slow laps of the perimeter.
I'm snuggled up next to Bert.
Just in his, nestled in his arm.
Yeah. Maybe sitting in his lap, and I pull out my checkbook and a little pen, and click it, and I just go, okay, so it's it's the end of the week. I gotta go over our finances, and I just sit there and I go over everything with Bert because it's good for him to be in the know. So then all them like, and can you believe it? This place wouldn't take checks. I just I wrote it down even though I paid with cash, but it's just it is what it is. Yeah.
Bert and Debbie, this pen, like it would have been like a clicker, like rollable pen. It just doesn't have the bit that comes out anymore. So Betty is just scratching into an old checkbook, and it looks like that whatever little balance sheet that she's working from has been scratched into quite a lot in the past. Debbie, any little rituals with your belongings?
So Debbie, her trinket is a couple of pages of this. It looks old, like paper, like proper paper. And she has it folded away and she tucks it inside her jumpsuit. So it's close to her body at all times. And at nighttime, in the glow of her Pip-Boy, she gets it out and she's gonna close her eyes and she tries to memorize it as much as she can. So she's reciting it, and then she'll test herself. So she'll try and recite a couple of lines, and then she'll be like, close her eyes again, and then she's just trying to memorize this text. And she's just muttering, and she's saying it aloud. Like she's not doing it in her head. She's like whispering it to herself. I think on the first couple of nights she was just saying it loudly before somebody was like, "Can you shut up, please?" Or like, shh. So now she's learned to like.
So the Millers, would you like pay attention to those like activities, like those nights, or are you too loved up to really
Oh,
care?
I'm smitten with my husband, so I don't pay any attention to.
I mean, Bert probably hears that, doesn't understand it. He's seen weirder. So, to him, it might just seem like she needs to, I don't know, do a spell to go fall asleep or something. That's what you think.
For Bert, it tickles something in the back of your brain from like a lifetime ago that
hurts.
you just can't quite put your finger on. Something you might have heard in passing. It's somewhere in your memory, but it's not quite. Not
In that
quite. You
case-
can't quite place it.
Bert isn't subtle, so when he's thinking, he's probably like, if Debbie were to look at Bert, he's just staring at Debbie, but with this kind of like gormless look, like, and he's making a little noise, trying to figure out where he's heard it a little bit, trying to get the cogs working. And he's done that probably every night that Debbie's kind of read this thing out a little bit. When she reads it out, he's definitely got this very confused look on his face.
Super Mutant stares at you. You go back to put these pages, these secret pages, into your jumpsuit inner pocket, and then start to head to bed. And with a clatter and a humph, the Brahmins slowly start to actually lay down for the night as well. A couple actually up against the concrete pillars with a bit of a crunch as their kind of cargo moves around on their back a little bit. They've finally taken the weight off for the day. What you've noticed as well is you can't really help it, having travelled these last couple of weeks just with this caravan and really hardly seeing many, if any, people at all, that most of Rhymy's stock is really just kind of junk. And if you thought maybe this was signing on as like a trade caravan, it doesn't really appear to be very much of value to trade with people in this proverbial Twin Falls that Rhymy is hoping to get to. He's seemingly provided enough food and big barrel kind of containers of water, like dirty water, but it gets you by with him. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be a particularly kind of rich or enticing set of goods for anybody. But with the shelter erected, and as the night closing in fast, Rhymy eventually, just with his hip flask having left his lips, falls to onto a little kind of makeshift rolled up bundle of cloth as a pillow, and starts to snore quite loudly in the corner. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before waking up tomorrow? You have a guard. You've got Bingo as he goes round the perimeter.
And just get a good snuggle and,
under the picnic blanket, blanket that's still attached to Bert's neck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get cozy.
I think when Debbie's sleeping, she has her Pip-Boy up full brightness because she misses the lights of the vault on like constantly, so she's just sleeping and like illuminated. And she's got like bits of rags that she's found over the way she's stuffed in her ears because she can't cope with Rhymy's snoring.
And Dollar-wise, you don't sleep, so it's really up to you what you wanna do for the night.
So Dollar-wise is going to keep a discreet distance, excuse me, from everyone, to allow them their privacy, as is only right. And very slowly, his eye is going to rotate 360 as it always does, because vigilance is the watchword. And while under some of the lean-to, he's also going to get his pincer, unclip his tie, feed it into a small crack that really shouldn't be there, turn on the boiler again, let some of the steam, and then pull the tie out very slowly so that it is like ironed straight, and then clip it back on himself so he's got this perfectly straight iron tie. And then he's just going to carry on looking 360.
Yeah, I love that. Eventually, Bingo hovers over to you, and in his kind of like, I don't know, mock like American pilot personality, says to you, "Quiet night, huh?" In those kind of like mechanical like tones of the voice encoder.
And Dollarwise is going to look to him and go, and then very slightly sort of shuffle very slightly further away, just like hover slightly further away from him, and then look again, and then continue 360 until he comes back to him again to try it again.
And he will, as you kind of hover off a little bit, and then he kind of like, you hear him grumble a little bit as he heads off, and then about halfway through the night, he suddenly just like beelines for you, and then it's immediately like, "Co-pilot, I need a fuel check now!" And he like turns 180. And there's that sporadic little like red light that occasionally flickers on or off. We're almost at bingo fuel. I don't think I can get any further.
Dollarwise is going to look at this, and will he understand what is going on with the red flashing light?
Make me an intelligence and repair check.
Okay, so what is the actual macro to make that work? I've got combat and hit location. Is there another one that I'm missing there somewhere?
On the character sheet. So if you go to core and then just click on repair.
Oh, just click repair. Okay, cool. Great. And I don't want any additional dice. Submit. Cool.
Oh, okay. A success with a complication.
Yeah.
So you do know what this is. This is a fuel light, essentially to say that the like jet propulsion fuel, the Mr. Handy fuel that you occasionally need to be refilled with, is running low and is like it's like the petrol light coming on in your car, right? But it is acting weird, and so I'm going to pocket a couple of action points because just thinking about that, I don't know if there's really like a complication I can like throw your way right now.
And so he's going to look at it and he's going to go, "Brother Fuel, by the looks of things, by chapter and verse, what's the technical term here? You're fucked."
Oh God, I'm going down. Quick, punch out. And he starts just kind of flying around a bit, like sporadically. And then after a while, he just kind of starts floating and doing the perimeter again. And then after about 10 minutes, he comes back to you and he just goes, "Quiet night, huh?"
Like I said, you're fucked.
Like
and
I
he's
said,
gonna just
what?
float slightly further away. And he's going to make a note in the morning to remind the rest of them to. Actually, no. Do you know what? I'm gonna reverse that. As he says, "Quiet night." He's going to turn to him and he's going to say that, and then he's going to say, "Brother Fuel, have you ever noticed that sometimes, even for robots, life isn't endless?"
I don't.
Like, for example, at any moment, even though we are Model 7.52, Mr. Handy and Mr. Gutsy, respectively, we could have a malfunction. Do you ever think that this malfunction might lead, in some way, to your decommissioning?
This bird's got plenty of miles in her yet. I'm not sending this plane back to the taxpayers anytime soon.
Of course.
And then he starts to actually float off, like, rather aggressively again, like, just to kind of leave you alone.
And then Dollarwise is going to slowly float after him, going, "You should really think about it. Even the best of us rusts, and you want to be rusting in peace."
As the rest of you wake up in the morning, you see these two Mr. Handy models not speaking anymore, but just kind of like slowly hovering one behind the other, just a little bit further away, as Bingo kind of like does that perimeter as you're expecting, and then just kind of Dollarwise kind of absentmindedly kind of hovering up behind him, occasionally catching up, occasionally backing off, which sits a little bit strange with each of you. If they were guarding, maybe they'd be in the opposite ends, but well, whatever.
I'm not worried. I'm safe as long as I have Bert around.
Walk, dog! He gets up and he's gonna go walk the dog.
And that wakes Rhymy with a start as he kind of stutters, and like a little bit of the concrete dust and stuff comes away from his beard as he sits up. And he kind of shakes his head.
And I will say, before bed, Betty did put her hair up meticulously in rollers and is now taking them out in the morning and doing her makeup. Yeah.
And Debbie?
I think Debbie has been quietly doing her morning prayers, but just as she's about to say amen, she hears Bert scream, walk, dog, and she goes, amen. And then she's like, good morning, everybody.
It's at that moment that you hear Rhymy, having walked around towards the back of the concrete pillar you had the lean-to set up against, and you just hear him effing and blinding into the air. Oh God, Joe's starting to get fucking no, what? As he seems to cry and exclaim and
Oh dear,
angry all in the same breath.
Debbie's gonna run over and see what's the problem.
Yeah.
Debbie, as you turn the corner, you see immediately, maybe just a couple of meters in front of you, Rhymy has got his head in his hands, either side of his face, and he's looking down at one of the Brahmin, who's now trying to kind of like get up, rather kind of like cows want to do when they've kind of been startled a little bit, like they're starting to get up on their knees, and she's starting to get up on all fours. And you can clearly see this is one of the Brahmin with the water tanks, these big plastic water tanks on either side of it. And one of the tanks has this huge crack in the corner of it, as it would have been up against the side of the concrete pillar. And that tank barely has a drop of water left in it. And the other one, still intact, has mostly filled a full tank of water. That's the one that you've started to drink from. And this, seemingly, is, out of the herd at least, the last water tank that you have on the caravan. And so starts the side quest, Water. And so you guys might need to find a new source of water. Rhymy is borderline crying at this point, and he's looking, and he's kind of patting at the Brahmin, at one of the heads, but he's also kind of looking around the landscape. And the rain has subsided, thankfully, but it is still hot this morning, and so you can see the cogs in his head start to turn of the kind of landscape you're in and the need you have for this water. But his mouth is just like blubbering as he thinks about what to do.
Debbie is gonna she's gonna pat the Brahmin too, because she's like the stressed out animal. It's not good. She doesn't like that. It's freaking her out a little bit. And
It's
she
like
goes,
it's trying to go a little bit, and it's not
Yeah.
like the two heads are kind of doing conflicting things, and so the body's not quite working it out, and so it doesn't quite know what to do. But yeah, it's clearly like stressed and like clearly kind of rocking back and forth a little bit.
we can find some more water, right? There's gotta be something around here.
Oh gosh, I hope so. It's with us, and the Brahmin. And he looks at the tank. Maybe we got like 2 days, maybe.
Nick. And then she's like, I'm so sorry. We'll find some. There has to be some water around here. We can find some. We can find some. Dollar-wise, Betty, Bert?
Oh yeah, you called, and I'm like, "It's just finished. Like she's just adjusting the hat on. She's now ready for the day. Um,
We gotta find some water, cause
oh,
and she's just gonna point.
oh yeah, that's not good right there. That's not it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Don't you worry your bottoms. We will find some more water and fill up these tanks. It can't be that hard. I mean, it just rained all that rain yesterday. Surely there's gonna be, some water somewhere.
And I thought that Bert could carry the empty tank to fill up, cause
Oh, of course, my big, strong, handsome man could carry an empty water tank.
Yeah.
Just a little swoon.
Okay. He goes
Right.
towards the water tank and
In one hand.
yeah, just one
Really
hand.
pulls the Brahmin off the ground. And I think it's only Rhymy's quick thinking that he like unbuckles it
Disconnects, yeah.
before the cow, the Brahmin gets tilted.
He
Oh,
turns
you're
the
so
thing
strong, honey.
and crack.
Oh,
what's this container made out of?
Yep. What's it made out of?
Yeah.
It's like a thick like plastic.
Debbie will turn to Dollarwise. Dollarwise, do you think with your and she just gestures to like flamethrower, you could like melt the plastic a little bit and just seal that crack?
oh, like a little weld, yeah.
Yeah.
Why, of course, Sister Debbie. Step back and let me do God's work.
She's gonna step well back. She's seen this flamethrower in action.
Okay. Give me that energy weapons roll then, I guess. Or big guns,
It's big flamers, big guns.
right? Give me that big guns roll.
Oh, don't fumble.
Do not
Boom.
get a complication here.
Oh, you
No
were so
successes.
close.
No successes. Okay,
Could I have
so,
used luck to do something with that, Sam? Because I've got quite a lot of.
so you
Could I
can
add dice or something with that?
luck for Fallout is always about like re-rolling and trying your chances again. So you
Okay.
can spend a luck point to re-roll those
Yeah,
dice
let's
if you'd like
let's,
to.
let's spend a luck point to do that again.
Hey.
Nice, one success. So initially, like it's been taking some time, and initially it's not quite working how you want. And Rhymy's probably got a pair of like old like gardening gloves that you can grab from one of the junk like piles of junk on the back of these Brahmin, and so people can try and like squish the plastic. It wasn't quite sealing properly, but then like after a little while and after a little bit of a tweaking of your like little fuel injector, Dollarwise, you're like just giving some final touches to it so that it is now like a sealed container, but it looks almost kind of like melted and kind of caved in, like as in one corner, right? So it is now like watertight and it is kind of shrunk a little bit, but like thank you, Hawkeye. But yeah, you've now got like a sealed container.
And Debbie's gonna high five Dollarwise.
Otherwise,
she
it's
saw
the
that in a
pincer.
holotype.
Starts with the buzzsaw. Pincer.
I don't think that's a permanent solution. I think we'll have to find another tanker at some point, but it'll do for now.
It'll do, we'll make do, you gotta makeshift some things sometimes.
Well, I don't know. So, where do you think we should head exactly? And if you look at the map, you get to decide wherever you want to go. So you're currently at the very south of my map, on just under one of the little Route 95
I see
indicators.
it.
Yeah.
93.
So are
down
the
there.
dark areas water that we know, like a river?
Right.
Potentially. The Pip-Boy map is probably out of date at this point.
The only
but-
thing we've got.
That area could have been water at some point in the Earth's history. What a fucking GM answer.
Thanks, GM.
It's almost like you might have to go and take a look to see if
It's
that is
almost
the
as if
thing
you
that
might have
does.
to explore the map.
200 and something years ago, that was probably water.
So, based on scale, how long is it supposed to take us to get to Twin Falls on estimate?
All right, so my lovely people, there have been some little calculations in the back end. And basically, where's my little measuring thing? Oh, come on, new Roll20. You're all new and stuff. There you go. It's in miles. There's an actual scale, so you can do
Ooh.
some measuring. You folks, because of Bert mainly, but don't tell him, can travel 14 miles a day.
Oh, okay. Oh, we could definitely check out. That's only 4 miles away, that little
So-
potential water site.
Heading towards Twin Falls, yeah, you are about, if you followed the roads, about 40 miles on the roads. So quite a bit more than 2 days.
Yeah.
But
We could check out the potential old source of water and be back, because that's only 8 miles.
Yeah.
So we could check that out today.
absolutely.
Yep.
You can see, even as you look out on the horizon, given that I think you can only see about 3 miles anyway, and this portion of Idaho, having done a lot of Google mapping, is quite flat. So like you can see quite far into the horizon. You can see
It's flat with a lot of craters.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
so you can kind of see in that direction that Debbie is showing you on her Pip-Boy map, a kind of like a bit of a dip, yeah, in the landscape, along where that like lake or creek or something like might have been. So it could be worth it. It takes you out of your way towards Twin Falls, with a bit of rationing and, like Pope rightly says, about 3 days travel. Maybe with some rationing and some people like not drinking water on the odd day or so, you could maybe get there. But like I said, session 0, sandbox map, and I've got a whole bunch of locations.
I'm just glad I made the soup yesterday. We wouldn't have the water for it today.
Right. So yeah, where'd you like to go? Rhymy's at a loss. It's up to you guys.
Let's go for the might still be water.
Mm-hmm.
We
Especially
go,
since we had all that rain, there might be some areas that still hold some. Yeah.
if we go at sort of, instead of like that, if we go at sort of a diagonal towards it,
Yeah.
then hopefully camp around there. We get closer to Twin Falls,
Yeah.
but not,
Yeah.
still.
If we
towards the
go
water.
like this way rather
Yeah,
than like
yeah.
straight that way. If we like
Yeah,
yeah, maybe 5 miles, but that'd be like 5.5, 6. It's
Yeah,
still
and
on
then
the
you
way.
can like get back on the
Yeah.
the road if you. Yeah, cool. All right.
We could get there by lunch.
Yeah, no worries. All right, cool. So let me head you in that direction then. So you do about 5 miles up to this old like pre-war creek, essentially. The creek itself is quite rocky, quite treacherous to actually get down into, and with a kind of like everyday today kind of common sense, you'd be like, well, I'm not going in there, that's dumb, and I don't need to. But you guys potentially need the water it might contain. You can absolutely head up to kind of the edge of it, have a look down into it. There's a little bit more like plant life down here than kind of up where you were
It's a good
around
sign.
Route 93. So there might be a little bit more like maybe underground water, or it might be just a little bit kind of damper down here, and the rain has probably collected, but then also probably have soaked into the ground. It's not obvious right now to you whether there is any water to actually kind of like forage or collect necessarily, but there's always a skill test to be able to find that kind of stuff out if you'd like to give that a go.
Yeah. Absolutely. We gotta find some water. It's important.
So what's the skill test to do that? Is it something?
Yeah, this
Like,
can
it's-
absolutely be
it's-
survival
I
to
was going
figure
to say,
this
is
out.
this something Bert would be able to smell, or is this
Potentially, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, what am I smelling for? Like plants or
Water.
water? Water. Water. Okay.
Yes, sweetheart. We just, we liked that soup so much. We need more water if we're gonna make it again.
More soup. Okay, and he's gonna start. Put his nose up in the air and kind of licks his lips. And ooh, this will work now. No additional dice.
Hey.
2 successes nets you your first action point
Yay!
of the game. There we go. Yes, you think there's like a modicum of water down there. So you can see little bits at the very, very like center, the very, very bottom of what would have been this creek. There's just a tiny little stream of stagnant water sat in the bottom of it.
Water.
Oh,
gonna head-
excellent job, darling. Everybody can follow my brilliant husband.
How steep is this? Is it able to walk down it, or is this kind of like cliff?
So you, the size that you are, can clamber down easily.
He's gonna extend an arm for Betty so he can lift her on his shoulder, and then we can come down
So
together.
strong.
All right, cool. As you do, you kind of sink ever so slightly into the bottom of the creek as some of the dirt actually gives way, something you've actually kind of not really been used to on this trek north from the Mojave. Then, Bert and Betty, you hear a fierce buzzing as from under the foliage you disturb 2 giant bloatflies rising up into the sky, turning
Oh,
around
dear.
and firing a few of its little like tail piercing things at
Yeah.
you, some barbs at you at range. So I am just gonna, I don't know, invent initiative. Bert or Betty, what are your initiatives?
9.
just a
Mine
static number.
is 10.
Cool, Bert, you're gonna go first
Okay.
against this bloatfly. Let me head over back to the play screen.
How far away is this bloatfly?
It is at like it's like close range to you, so you could like close the distance here now.
Yep.
But you've got this like creek. You could probably touch either side of the creek with your massive like arm
so it
span,
is that.
right?
Oh,
so
wonderful.
it's just this little thing.
That's
so
perfect.
you can clamber up it. But they're quite high up, so I'd actually say that
Oh.
they're like medium range to you, and like you couldn't get to them right now in this turn because they're flies. They've just flown like straight up and they're just throwing a couple of stingers at you.
Okay. Awkward. In that case, then, Bert is going to take. How big is this container of water? Could someone sit on it?
A human could sit on it.
Wonderful. He's
Maybe they would buckle it, like they would start to bend it, I think. Slightly. No, actually, I think, yeah. Your average
Okay.
person could sit on it, fine.
Okay, so he unslings the water and just jams it into the ground,
Yeah.
and then he gently places Betty down onto the water so she's sitting down, and he goes, "No, stay."
In that, I like to think in that meme where that guy's like stopping the bullets
Yes.
from the little person underneath, you're getting a few of the barbs, like the
Yes,
larvae darts,
100%.
like into your back as you're just setting her down, and they just like sting ever so slightly to you, but like.
Oh,
not-
you're so
not
good
too
at killing
much.
bugs, darling. You get to take care of those nasty flies.
Yes, dear. And he just takes out the baseball bat. Bug swat. And he's just gonna go towards the bugs.
All right. Are you going to clamber up out of the creek, or are you going to stay in the creek? Because you are, and you know you are not going to reach them here inside the creek in melee.
See, now I'm caught between protecting Betty and going to kill the bugs. I think his instinct would be to go kill bugs. So he's going to climb out of this creek.
All right, so you spend your turn clambering up. I will let you spend that action point to actually make an attack now after, like... Because that's what action points are for, doing a little bit more stuff.
Cool.
Using extra dice.
I'm going to swing with a baseball bat.
Swat this fly.
All right.
See, we're so domestic. Just walking around.
The one.
Okay, so roll the damage for me. Click the little roll damage symbol in the chat.
Yeah. 5.
Ooh, that is a lot. And so
He's real good at swatting bugs.
you fully
My hero.
Yeah, you fully just like send this fly like in a home run out of the park as its puny little body just caves in, and it's not flying, but you have just sent it hundreds of yards, like off into the distance. Its own other like fly partner or whatever flies further out from you, and is going to throw a larvae dart at you. But again, like they kind of like hit you, but like there's nothing going through your thick, like super mutant skin.
I do actually have armor as well, but it's underneath the suit. Instead of the armor on the outside, the suit's on the outside. The armor's underneath.
So a couple of them fly over your head. A couple of them like hit the shoulder and like chink off some super mutant armor. But yeah, or one, actually does hit, goes into your skin, but really doesn't hurt or do anything to you. Betty, what would you like to do? You're Debbie. Shush. Lindy's Betty.
I'm
We'll get
just
this.
struggling. Like Betty and Debbie have just merged in my head.
We'll get there. We'll get this.
Sorry.
We'll get there. Session 1, we're still learning our names. It's fine. Betty, gosh, I'm like, she kind of doesn't see the need to do anything right now because he's so good at killing bugs.
Yeah, you can not do anything. That's fine.
I think she's gonna just cheer him on, like, oh, you're doing such a great job, sweetheart. Keep up the good work.
I tell you what, roll like charisma speech for me.
Okay. That is speech. There it is. That's not sneak speech. 2 successes.
2 successes. That is a crit for your speech check. So I'm going to give the group 2 action points.
Yay!
As you like bolster their morale,
Oh, you could keep up the good work, honey. You killed that scary bug.
All right, I'm gonna give. This isn't this. I'm totally just flying in the face of the rules, but I'm gonna give the fly another attack. Just more darts towards Bert. Let's see if it can actually hit something this time. All right, a success. No additional. Oh god, no additional fire rate. Boop. 4 physical damage in your right leg, as finally a couple of those barbs actually dig into your right leg. So not an injury. You take 4 damage. Debbie and Dollarwise, what are your initiatives?
Mine's 12.
Mine's 10.
Okay, Debbie, what would you like to do?
I think Debbie is gonna. She hasn't gone down into the little creek, so she's at the top, and she's gonna like pull out her gun, and she's got it kind of like in unsteady hands, just in case things are bad. But she's watching Bert. Bert seems to have it, but she's got it ready just in case.
Okay. Yeah. So if like something bad happens, I'll cut straight back to you and you can take a shot. Dollar-wise.
Dollarwise is probably going to see this bug fly up and seeing it go, the flock is in danger. The shepherd acts, and he's going to fly straight towards the bug as fast as he can, buzzsaw whirring. It's going to try and hit it.
Oh my god, okay. So again, it's quite far from you, so you can like spend an action point and I will let you hit it this time, because again you're flying as well, like you can hover and actually raise up like higher than we kind of see them in the video games, because they don't code it, but like you can legitimately fly. Like,
can actually
just fly straight over the creek, and if you want to spend an action point you can swipe at it this time.
Yeah, I'll give it a thwack, and one success, but a complication as well.
Okay, cool. So roll that damage for me and pray that you get 5.
So it's piercing 1, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 physical damage. You like chop off a couple of its let's have a look. Yeah, you chop off a couple of its little like legs on the right hand side, cut into the wing, so it starts to dip down a little bit, but it clutches onto you and like starts to just like hammer those barbs without firing them off, like in trying to get into your chassis. So that complication, I'm just going to give it another attack, and then we can go back to the top of the round with Bert. But it doesn't manage to get through your chassis, thankfully. It just kind of like it's struggling to hold on, but it has got like kind of like nestled almost into one of your like, almost like what would be like the shoulder like joint of one of your arms. So it's the part that's like attached to the actual body. But Bert, jump in.
Okay, so Bert currently hasn't been hurt and he's just looking at Betty, smiling, happy that he's doing something that Betty wants. And then those darts go, and then the one that hit him in the right leg, I believe, basically hits maybe like behind the knee joint, and he just pauses and just goes,
Rage time.
Screams, and he just, Ugh! And I want to use my perk Pain Train and just charge at the thing basically I can charge at the enemy within a medium range. That makes sense. And I will make a strength athletics test with difficulty of 2.
Yep.
If I succeed, the enemy suffers damage equal to my normal unarmed damage and is knocked prone. Okay, so I need to do strength and
strength and athletics you will, yeah. Before you roll, do you want to spend an action point for 1 extra dice?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
In Star Trek, it was all very polite. It was like, hey, everyone, can I spend this? Is that okay? Yeah, fantastic. I love that the approach of this group so far has just been, yes, I want the action point. Give me the action point.
I learned from Star Trek is to spend those bad boys.
Just keep them coming. Yeah, absolutely.
Just keep spending.
Yeah.
So, do I just do skill? So I just click the athletics.
Just click on the
skill,
athletics. Yeah.
And I have 1 additional dice.
1 additional dice. You're looking for 2 successes,
2.
which you nail. All right, perfect. Have you already got an unarmed listing on your weapons thing?
No.
I cannot remember what unarmed damage is. So right now it's 3, because that's what I've got in my head. So roll.
I think it's. Oh, hang on. I got a melee bonus of 3 damage because I'm fucking huge.
Roll me
Dear
6.
big, strong, handsome husband.
Roll me 6 combat dice. And okay, Tom.
Yes.
Tell me how you just eviscerate this bloatfly.
I like to think that he gets hit in the leg and screams and just charges immediately towards it. He grabs it, throws it onto the ground, and just stamps on it multiple times, like, some sort of like wasp or something that you do, just
until it is mush.
Until it's mush, with just mud and just goes everywhere. It's pain gone.
I think Dollarwise is going to look down at you and go, Brother Bert, you have indeed discovered More soup.
Would you like to
Drink.
try and drink the fly?
Yeah.
Okay. This can count as your having drunk for the day if you can give me a survival check with a
Yeah.
difficulty of 2 because you
All
have
right.
pulverized it.
Should be easier to drink now.
Oh, 1.
Okay. You like scoop it up and you do like mush it kind of into your mouth, but like you're not getting much. It's kind of falling out of your kind of big super muty hands, and like you're getting little bits, and like it doesn't taste very nice.
Oh, Bert, dear, come here. You got a little schmutz on your face. Let me just wipe that off for you.
Like stuck in his crooked teeth and everything. It's just like little insect kind of things.
I pull out a
Thanks.
handkerchief and like wipe it off. Oh, did it sting you? Here, let me kiss and make it better. Oh, just poor thing. Oh,
Thank you.
of course, darling.
And he's going to head back to, Betty and lift Betty up onto his shoulder,
Mm.
pick up the water thing, and just immediately start going to the water again.
And Rhymy looks down at you as you're doing that. Says, "So do you think we got a chance of some more water in there?"
Oh, I think so. With an optimistic attitude, we can do it.
Okay. And he's looking at a rather dry creek, but his eyesight isn't the best, so I wouldn't rely on his assessment of the situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Dollarwise will also float up just behind him, sort of just over his shoulder where he can't see him, and look down and go, "I think those who believe have things provided for them." And then he takes out the water that he got yesterday and the schmutz from the fly and everything else, and goes, "We must of course make sure that we are well prepared and cleansed in all situations."
All right. So you need to roll me a survival check for that smush to see if you can actually get enough to distill this water.
Oh no, he's trying to waste it to
He's
wash
using-
the smudge off.
Yeah.
Pure. Oh right. So
Yeah,
he's taken
from
the
the-
purified water from
water
out of his
Yes.
little mod, and he's just
Yeah.
like, just clean
Wipe it,
myself."
getting at the
Cleanliness is next to cogliness.
That like hurts me a little bit. Okay, Rhymy just stares at you in
No, I want it to be like,
shock.
I literally want it to be behind his shoulder so he can't see it, and it's just he's like
okay.
going, "Water," and he just
You just
can't
hears
see.
water
Ju-
dropping onto the floor.
And as he turns around, he's slightly damp on the shoulder, and it's like,
But he looks
Well.
you up and down, and he is not quite sure what to. Whew. Just kind of turns back to the group. Well, hurry, because this little detour has cost us some time. So, please, someone lead this survival check for me, please.
No. Oh, Debbie.
Bert's raised a big bulbous finger.
Me.
Okay. Yeah, you can have one person assist you.
3.
In hell.
and an action point.
Lindy, throw in an assist, throw in the roll. To
Absolutely, because I'm on his
with
shoulder, so I'm like
survival.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed a bit. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta get my token. Oh, can we scroll over? There I am. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Okay.
So I was
Attribute.
gonna make this two difficulty 2 successes because like it's still mulchy, muddy, kind of like.
That would be, I guess, another success to that.
Yeah.
So 4
okay.
successes total.
So 4 successes total. You've got 2 action points right now. If so I'll give you 2 like units, like doses of dirty water, right? 2 rations of dirty water.
Sure.
If you want to spend another 2 action points, I'll give you an extra one.
How much water can this container hold?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm filling up the
It's
container.
good. Now that it's crumpled up,
Yeah.
probably like 20
Oh,
like,
okay.
portions of dirty
Okay.
water.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we need water, so I'm okay with spending action points to
And-
get water.
Water doesn't count as a random food item, does it?
The way that I've been playing this, it's more like you're foraging specifically for the
Yes.
dirty water. If you're just like scavenging a whole super duper mart and you come
Gotcha.
across a beverage, then you can roll your perk thing. Yeah.
My perk.
Cannot
Cool.
wait
I just
to
was
loot.
curious. I know it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great.
Cool, okay.
So do we want to spend to get extra ration?
Do you want to
two or
spend
three?
2 action points for an
Well,
extra
considering
1 ration
Betty
of dirty
and
water?
Debbie have to drink, I mean, Bert essentially has to drink water, but he can drink anything.
Let's just spend it and
Okay,
get 3
I think
then.
we should.
Yeah, grab
Because
it.
we might not hit much water for the rest of the trip, and
Yeah.
if we at least have 3, that'll be better than nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I will add 3 more.
Sam, is there a
Yes.
random shack around that we can look inside for loot?
I mean, yeah, well, the map is yours to explore. I've got the locations all mapped out, ready to go. You've got another 9 miles of the day to go. You've reached here at about midday when it's getting hotter.
He's gonna
So,
sniff.
Yeah, where do you want to go next?
He got a little water and he kind of shakes the thing and it seems pretty empty still plenty. He puts it over his shoulder and he sniffs and he just looks north, looking the creek going north, like almost following the road. And he looks at Betty. Water.
Oh, well, we do have a few more units than we did before, but I don't know.
I
it
think
would
for
probably be-
context,
yeah.
you've started to kind of make your way up this creek, and you've kind
Yeah.
of really got like everything you think you can kind of soak out of the ground.
Might
Unless
be
you wanted
better
to
to
like
head back to
camp
the
here
road.
and spend ages doing it, yeah, then this is kind of what you've got, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. So there's no point in following the creek up because we've basically got everything we need.
You could follow the creek up, and we could do another survival check. I think, given the heat of the day and everything, the time that you've taken so far, it's going to be just more difficult
Slow
to get
going.
Got
more
you.
water.
Yeah.
So it's really up to you guys. Like, you can keep heading north up the creek and see where this eventually takes you, or you can head back onto the road towards Twin Falls.
I think it might be best to like head back to the road, kind of northwest or northeast rather.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
And head back.
All right.
Towards the roads.
You head back towards the underpass about 5 miles, and you find yourself, thankfully, under its shade as the sun starts to head to the western side of the sky in this kind of autumnal part of the year. And then in the distance, seemingly off to the side of the highway as it eventually, this is off in the distance, descends to the ground. Oh, actually, no. So a slip lane comes off the highway. But as part of that, you can actually begin to see just the kind of dot of like some building, perhaps, to Betty's eye, maybe some kind of barns, potentially.
Oh, there's a farm up ahead, I think, maybe. We could check it out in the morning.
I reckon you could get to its outskirts
Oh,
within
okay.
your travel distance.
That might be good to because that might be more food for the Brahmin to graze on the outskirts of a farm.
And you guys all happy to head towards that farm?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so you, oh my god, if I can select it, get out of the way. Oh, it's because I'm on a different layer. Token. All right, and you head off. You follow that slip road just off to like the side of the highway. And oh my gosh. Okay, I've got all the old tokens in this map. Sorry, hang on. And like the Brahmin, you do get to this this farm off the road and down a little bit of a dirt track. You can see two buildings. One looks like what you kind of would expect from a typical kind of old pre-war like house, like two-story house. The other very much looks like a stereotypical kind of metal sheet barn that Debbie you might have seen in some holotapes. Might have even been projected on the wall of the fake farm area in the vault that you get under the UV lights. And Betty, again, something scratching in the back of your head of your memories like says that this is some kind of like farmyard buildings, right?
Oh, yeah, I think my Uncle Steve used to have a farm.
Who's heading out front? Well, I need to get like a little marching order.
Oh.
If we're going onto like someone's property, I think Debbie and Dollarwise would be up front.
Okay. Pop you in the front then.
And I'm walking arm in arm with my delightful husband and Spot.
Okay. Let's take you over to here.
Gotta get him some walkies.
Oh no.
And then I'll move us over on the map. Oh, chat just watched me do all of that. I was on the wrong screen. That's fine. Watching a little bit behind the screen. And yeah, you're in amongst like dead like foliage and trees. This farm looks sun blasted, much like the arid landscape around it. The fields dry and dead. Nothing is growing here, even in a kind of wild sense. The fences have all started to kind of dilapidate and crumble over the decades of it. There doesn't seem to be any sort of signs of life here at the moment. What would you guys like to do?
Okay. I think Debbie would look around a little bit, but she would be gunning for like the farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna, not like running for it, just just nice and steady walk, just a casual.
Yeah, and Dollarwise following.
Yeah, I think Dollarwise is actually looks at it and follows her, but then when gets to the center where, if he manages to get to the center where the sort of well-looking thing is, goes, "Bless this farm," like really loudly, and then moves towards whichever one of the buildings that Debbie doesn't.
Okay, so Debbie, you're heading towards the farmhouse. There's kind of like a front door here.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, towards the front there. And Dollarwise, I guess you're heading towards that kind of barn that's just off to your right-hand side. And so, Bert and Betty, what's your direction you're heading?
Well, I would imagine we would walk towards the farm, but more of a casual pace.
Yeah, like we're like on a
look
stroll.
around.
Yeah. Oh, so you know what? So now that we're out of that terrible HOA we were in, maybe we could find a place kind of like this to settle down. It's got some aesthetic appeal. Needs a bit of sprucing up though.
Yeah.
Maybe like, oh look, is that a well? Maybe that'll have some water in it. We're gonna just walk towards.
Oh well.
The well. I see a well here on the map.
Yeah, there is a
Well.
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 I'll go about by here.
Yeah.
It was a lot slower pace we were going.
Yeah, we're just casual stroll.
Arm in arm.
Like a lovely couple touring real estate.
Mm-hmm.
If I see your tokens separated, I think I'm going to be concerned. Like at any point, like they need to be just like little just together.
Just,
We're so in love.
just as a heads up, Sam, I've already said to Lindy, we've already found our family farm.
Okay,
So-
cool. You're staying here then. It
We're
was nice
staying
gaming
here,
with
we're
you.
done.
It's such a Susie and James show.
Yeah.
When they're back from their travels in September.
Well, if we don't like the floor plan, we might have to do a bit of shopping around. We can make note of it,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we make a portfolio of all
You're coming back here. It's like the video game is like, this place needs a key. You're like, I'll be back later for you to buy this house.
I'll write him a check. It'll be fine.
It's like $50,000. Here you go.
Just get this image
That'll
of
be
Bert
fine.
writing in E Crow, like, because he doesn't understand, like, underlining it.
Okay. Susie,
Yep.
at the front door,
Yep.
what would you like to do?
Debbie, she's gonna adjust her little vault suit so she's presentable, and she's gonna knock on the front door.
And as you knock on its hinges, it creaks and the door just opens ajar.
Hello?
Well, it looks like they might be having an open house up there. It seems it's for
And-
sale.
It doesn't echo. Your voice seems to be kind of like dulled, like it would be if there was like a wood floor, some belongings inside to absorb the sound instead of bouncing around.
If she doesn't get a response, she's gonna go up the little steps a little bit, like stick her head in the door and be like, "Hello."
Okay. And as you look in, you can see that this place looks empty. Almost entirely empty, besides some old wooden furniture, like an old wood-burning fire. There's little tables, and it looks like real, like, rustic living from, like, maybe a picket fences issue that you've had stashed away in the in your vault residence. But there's a smell about this place, like really dusty. Some of the floorboards look rotted a little bit, and have like crumpled into the foundation. The fireplace it doesn't look like it's been used in maybe even years. There's a couple of doors over to your left there, and another door opposite you in the corner.
I think she's gonna take a couple of steps in and trying to avoid where it's like clearly rotten or fallen through. She's just gonna peek into each of the rooms just to make sure nobody needs help. And just have a quick little shifty around in the house.
Okay. So you head to this left-hand door, and as you knock, and as you say, hello, you hear a little... James, you're over at the barn. Just by the door there. What would you like to do?
So he's going to pincer adjust the tie, which doesn't need any adjusting, but is just going to make the motion of adjusting the tie, like, and then is going to take the pincer and knock on the door.
And the door, it's a larger kind of single, like kind of barn door, this one, compared to what is at the house that you saw Debbie walk into. And so you knock on it, and again, it moves on its hinges, but it kind of clatters against the frame, forward and back.
So is it like I can push it, or does it look like it's locked?
It's a pull door for you.
pull door.
But it clearly isn't like closed or locked, and it's just like hitting against the frame as you knock on it.
Okay, so then he's going to grab the door or the door handle, step slightly to the side over here, and then just basically open it up quite confidently, and move into the door frame.
And your like little visual irises like change and adjust and skitter to the kind of semi-darkness that's in here now. And again, as the kind of like sun is setting like low on the horizon, it's giving this kind of yellowish orange hue to everything at the moment. But it's like even darker in here in the barn, as not a lot of light gets in. There's a few little gaps in the wood still that lets in some light, so there's a little bit of ambience, but you don't really make out anything besides an incredibly dry water trough to your right hand side. And there's seems to be like a little animal skeleton somewhere kind of on the opposing kind of end, like in this section here, but long dead, and all of its flesh having kind of rotted away.
Okay, so he's going to move a little bit closer in and go, well, best to be thorough. And moves forward into the center of the space with turns his burner up slightly so it casts a bit of light into the area.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and you look around and you don't see or sense, because you've got some like kind of chemical sensors as well. You register that it would be unpleasant to the human like, you know, nostril, but like the atmosphere itself is fine in here. And yeah, you're in an empty barn. Bert and Betty, there was mention of a well. Are you heading towards that, or do you want to do something else?
Lovely casual stroll up to see if there's any water in the well, because we are looking for water.
Okay. You head right up to the well, and you look down as best as you can down into that dark well with the sunset behind you.
So romantic. We hold hands.
Yeah. And both of you can just about see the kind of glint of a reflection of water deep into the well. But from this, with this light and with that kind of distance from where you are, you can't really tell like how far down, how deep that water might be.
Is there like the rope and bucket? Are they still there, or are that gone?
Long gone.
How big is this well? So, for example, could a person get in? Could Bert get in?
You would probably get stuck. Betty, with her small frame, because she's got that trait, could absolutely shimmy down that well. But you would that would be quite difficult, given that it's a well and there are sheer walls. You would have to be pressing against it either side, so it'd be a fairly difficult athletics check to get all the way down safely. And then you wouldn't know if you had to tread water or if it would you'd just be up to your ankles. Like, you have no idea right now.
Oh, Bert, darling, let's just keep our eyes out for a bucket and some rope while we're around here.
That's when you hear through the window just to the north of you this like visceral like growl, this little from inside the house, as Debbie,
they got a guard dog or something,
a little like withered, rotted clothed feral ghoul turns around from having crouched down just by the bed, just kind of weakly, and it turns to you, and while its muscles don't have a lot of the strength to like push towards you immediately, it has that look in its eyes of hunger and desire to eat you. So it's your turn first. What would you like to do?
Scream.
Awesome. Debbie, you scream. That doesn't cost you any actions. That's absolutely fine. If you want to leave it here for drama's sake, then I will allow you to throw it to another player. Or you can take actions if you want.
I think she's gonna stumble backwards. Like she's not thinking very well. Like, this is probably the first feral ghoul she's ever seen, so this is like the scariest shit she's ever seen. So she screams and she's gonna try and run away, like try and get back up.
You can run straight out of the house, back from exactly the way that you came in, out into the yard by the well.
Yeah, she will. And she's like scrambling.
Yeah, absolutely. But Betty, you see that, and Dollarwise, you hear her scream. Dollarwise, would you be like immediate in your reaction? Would you head straight back?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to throw it to you.
Dollarwise would come straight out of the barn
Okay.
and probably quite loudly go, "Sister Betty, some decorum, please." And then float
When you
slowly
say
towards
that,
her.
the it was a push door, wasn't it?
Yeah. You don't want me to go, "Betty!"
No, I don't.
It's a whole different thing.
Okay, I'm going to spend an action point. And the door that Debbie has come through, she has not closed in her rush, right? She's just run straight out. And so after you say some decorum, please, the next thing that you see is this, like, obviously to some feral ghoul, dollar-wise to you, it looks like some, like, devilish abomination in human form, right? Someone who has not been taken by the rapture or whatever the fuck it is that you actually believe.
So
and it is just about to reach Debbie.
Is instantly going to go, "Well, that's clearly heretical," and flame the door. Like,
cool. All right, you try flamer it.
Obviously arcing it so it's hitting the door and it not.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
Catching.
A complication will throw it to Debbie as well, but sure.
Sure. Well, go take your licks. Where's?
Not too many, please.
Yeah, Pope. We're back to 40k.
we're in the lap of the god. Right, flamer and submit.
Purge the heresy.
There we go.
2 successes. I think it's only got a defense of 1. Let's have a little look. Yeah, you hit it, and you get an action point.
Okay. So this has a load of stuff. I don't know exactly what it is. It's got debilitating, inaccurate, and two-handed.
Ooh, okay. Let's check out debilitating again. So in the journal thing in the Roll20, there is a rules reference folder for all of you guys, and damage effects. Let's have a little look. Debilitating. It's more difficult to treat injuries, so that doesn't matter for NPCs really. You said close quarters.
Inaccurate, so I don't get anything from the aim action.
Okay.
He's
spraying
very
and
rarely
praying.
ever gonna raid. He's not aiming. He ain't gonna aim. And it's got spread, so I can hit other things if I want to, but I don't want to, so that'll be fine. Okay, so submit. So that is
3 energy damage.
3 damage.
So not enough to kill it outright, not enough to cause it an injury to a body part, but Debbie, you now have a flaming, devilish, zombie-looking, decrepit human behind you. But Betty, you're watching this as Debbie is probably continuing to run.
Oh, did you see that farmer was harassing Debbie? That's not very nice.
She's probably like fallen over and she's doing that scuttling backwards on the ground thing as that it's coming at her.
As a heads up, it's also persistent, so it takes damage on its next turn.
Oh,
as well
yeah.
burns.
Cool. All right. So we're going to do that damage again to it.
Neighborhood.
Bert, it doesn't seem like Betty's doing anything, but Bert, this is a feral ghoul.
Betty will pull out a switchblade because
Okay.
you don't harass young women.
Do you want to go over in there and give him a piece of your mind?
Okay, yeah, sure, I will. Now, you listen here, Mr. Farmer, sir. You best not harass any young ladies. I'll have some strong words, more than some strong words for you. This is self-defense, and I'll
Are
try.
you stabbing him?
Yeah, I'll try, yeah.
Roll me the click on the
Might
the
as
switchblade.
well.
Yeah.
Might as well, right? No successes. No
miss.
complications.
No complications, but I am gonna throw it back to the ghoul finally.
That's fine.
As you've kind of actually approached
Giving it a
and
strong
you're-
scolding.
Yeah, you're
with my
giving it a
switchblade.
scolding. It then turns to you, and again, in a kind of withered state, is like flailing at you and trying to grasp at you, trying to.
Oh no,
bite.
not and I'm a married woman. You need to, back off, mister.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in an extra dice for this, and I'm gonna spend an action point on it. Glad I did. 1 success. That's a 1. The action point stuff I've got to update because I've got to update the display as well as the Roll20 thing. So we're at 1 and 4. Chat 1 and 4. not 34. That'd be a lot of action points.
That would be a lot.
Although we have lived that life, right, Susie? Like 20 momentum with me at one point, I think.
Didn't save my life though, did it?
It did not. And then I'm gonna roll some damage. No extra dice.
Great. It's fine.
Betty, have you got any armor on your torso?
I'm supposed to. I don't see it on my sheet, but I do have tough clothing, which I know has some armor.
Oh, you for sure have got like 1 or 2 damage protection from that. I'm positive I put it on. Go back to the core page.
Core.
Yeah. So torso has 1 physical and 1 energy resistance.
Cool.
So that is going to have saved you from an injury. Injuries are a lot harder to like heal over time, and you need like proper like medical assistance and stuff. So this is just going to deal 4 damage to you. So you're going to go from 14 to 10 HP.
Okay.
And Bert, this feral ghoul has just gone for Betty, and she thinks that it's some guy harassing Debbie.
So,
but it's absolutely a feral ghoul just trying to eat them.
If anyone's never heard or seen a super mutant angry, you've just seen a super mutant angry. He screams a guttural roar as I think he just gets in his bat and he just wants to grab hold of it and just pulverize it into the ground as much as he possibly can. So,
do you go around the girls, or do you just push them aside and
I'm gonna just push them aside.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Because it's a beeline.
So Debbie, he steps over you, and Betty, he basically almost sideswipes you as you like push over. And Bert, I want you to roll your melee thing.
I'm going to use an action point because he's that angry.
Sure.
Yeah, he's so fucking angry. 2.
2 successes give you an action point back. Do you want to spend it on your damage roll?
Yes.
Okay. So roll an extra dice on your damage roll. As you have careered into this, and I reckon just smashed his head in.
Okay, I think, did I do it right?
4 damage, 4 physical damage. It's quite a few blanks there. Do you want to spend any luck to reroll?
What luck? Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
So you go in, I think, once to like cave the skull in, and it pretty much floors the feral ghoul, but he now on the floor it kind of looks up at you and is still like as his jaw's kind of hanging off.
How many rerolls? 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rerolls. 4 more damage, and you fight. So it's 1 hit, and then you've got that lucky hit, and just bring it back down onto the feral ghoul's head, and it is just a pulp in the floor.
It'll probably take him a few moments to settle down as adrenaline is just pumping through his body, and then he'll slowly turn, and he'll look at Betty, and you can just see rage in the face, just pure rage. And as it starts to move towards Betty, it softens and softens and softens, and it looks almost like, if you've never seen a super mutant concerned, he's got a concerned face on him, and he'll just go on over to Betty and kind of almost tower over her, but almost kind of put his body over her as she's on it, so like protecting her. And all right.
Oh, yeah, I'll be okay. Just a little, that man was a danger to society. I'm so glad you were able to handle him, sweetheart.
Smush.
Oh, yes. Are you all right, Debbie, dear? He didn't hurt you too, did he?
I think at a certain point, as the violence was going on, Debbie just kind of went like fetal on the ground. And now she's like, is it safe?
Oh yes, that absolute menace to society has been dealt with. He won't be bothering you no more, darling. Oh, here.
Are you all right?
I might need a bandage or two, that man, again, very dangerous. Probably a criminal of some type, probably on some type of watch list.
I don't think this was even his house.
Oh, it's even worse.
Down on the steps now of that front door, Debbie, is the bloody fresh corpse of what was a person. It can't
So-
escape you that even though it's maybe some kind of irradiated person, it's charred and bloody, and its head has been caved in.
Debbie's just
Oh.
like, she looks at it for a second, and then she's like, oh, and then she just hurls chunks. She just like turns and it's just like a fountain of puke.
And I just, caressing Bert. Oh, Bert, you're my hero. Oh, look at you. Just so heroic. You just stepped right in there and defended us, innocent ladies.
Safe.
Oh,
I'm going to
Romance
spend...
in the background.
Romance. I'm going to spend 3 action points as Debbie, just in your need to throw up, you pull your head back up and you realise you're stood over the well, having looked for somewhere to throw up. You've thrown up in the nearest, like, containery looking thing.
She's gonna wipe her mouth. I threw up in the well. I'm sorry.
oh, it's okay, honey. I'm sure we can just strain it. I mean, it was like, already in you, now it's out. It can go back in. It'd be fine.
It's a perfectly reasonable reaction to meeting your first, and then you see his frame sort of shudder as he goes, atheist.
Well, that is normally about the communists and that propaganda, right? But this is 100% going to be about non-believers.
Oh no. And I think after Debbie's calmed down a little bit, she's like, I do think that we should bury him though. It's the right thing to do.
All right, dear. Well, why don't you handle that? Bert and I can make sure that the house is. I mean, it's getting kind of late. We should probably shelter here for the night. And this place looks like it needs a good dusting.
Debbie's just gonna look around for like a shovel or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and
to
also let
just-
me know if you see any buckets so we can and rope. We can get some water out of that well.
Yeah. Bert's gonna gently, as gently as a super mutant can, pick up Betty, and he's just gonna
Oh.
carry her over the threshold into the house.
Aw, so sweet.
All right,
And
if
look
you-
for a place like a bed or something like that is semi like. The thing is, for a super mutant, like anything, like a table could probably do for that as well. So if there's a surface that could support a small woman, even if it's a chest of drawers, he might plonk her on it.
Yeah. Inside, in both of the 2 smaller rooms of this house, there is a smaller bed. It looks like it's for a tiny, puny human. And then there is another bed, big enough and strong enough maybe for a big super mutant like you. Or maybe, 2 regular-sized humies.
Okay, he's going into the big one and putting Betty on the bed.
Oh.
Fade to black. Right. The other.
No!
The other no.
That's after dinner.
You're just setting her down for a little nap. Okay.
And he like puts her like in the middle and he has every intention of no one else getting, not even himself getting in this bed. She needs to heal.
Betty, do you how do you see this bedroom?
Oh, okay, so this bedroom, I mean, the whole house, really, it's a bit of a fixer-upper, you know? It's not been particularly well maintained, but a good scrub and some dusting, a bit of broom sweeping, some mopping. This place could be really delightful.
Okay.
The bed, the sheets probably need to be washed, laundry, just, regular maintenance stuff. Otherwise, this is a charming, adorable little farmhouse.
Yeah, so the bed's maybe a little bit dusty, and
Yeah.
it's still got some of the original like fixings on the wall and stuff.
Oh,
But
charming. Yeah,
it's
the decor is really nice.
yeah, it
Yeah.
needs like a fresh coat of paint.
Just a little zhuzh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, like as Pope says. But the bed is disgusting. Half of the slats are broken and crumbling.
Yeah.
Pictures have fallen off of the wall onto the wooden floor. Moths, well, not no, sorry, yeah, like insects have like eaten away at the bedding for years. Probably it is musty AF. But
Window
Betty seems pretty happy.
Yeah. Oh, we
Opens
just
a
need to get
window.
some fresh air in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bert, darling.
Opens up a window, and then he's gonna take the the picnic blanket that he's been
Uh-huh.
carrying that we use, and he's gonna lay it on the bed for her. So
Oh, thank you, darling.
rest.
Oh, but I gotta clean the house. Bert,
And
I mean,
and this is the first he'll do puppy dog eyes, like
okay, fine. I'll do a little bit of a sit down, but then maybe deal with some. Oh, I can't believe he ripped my dress. I'm gonna have to mend that. Okay, yep. Oh, all right. Just a little bit of a sit down, and then I should sweep, maybe dust. Ooh.
and Bert will go, stay, me, bucket.
All right, darling. I will stay here until you find a bucket, or until it's time to cook dinner.
Okay,
I'm gonna go search for a bucket.
sure. So you're searching the house. Dollar-wise, what are you up to? So like Rhymy and Bingo are starting to bring the Brahmin kind of around to graze a little bit now, and they're kind of like pawing and like chewing at the ground a little bit to try and find some stuff. A couple of them have just gone straight into the barns, like instinctually somehow. And so you're starting to see like the caravan move into this place now.
I think he's fine. He's basically going to try and help Debbie. He's going to be looking for a bucket and a way to get a bucket down into the well. If he folded his arms inwards like this, would his head fit down the well?
Yes. Your eye stalks would obviously have to like curl in as well.
Yeah.
I think you could effectively pull all your appendages in, and you could fit down this well. Because, as I said, like kind of super mutants would probably get stuck, but humans could probably get down okay, and it would be a bit of a like athletics maneuver. But with your hovering ability, it's absolutely perfect that you could hover down. I would make it a check. So you like looking at it and with your computation, like analyzing it, you could absolutely see that it would be hazardous for you to try and descend this, given that you can't see below you when you've kind of got your eye stalks pulled right back.
Yeah.
And it is so tight that if you kind of hover off kilter, then you could actually hit it, and that could cause a bit of a chain reaction, and you could like tumble down the well, I think.
Bucket and rope it is. So is
Providing you can find something to like either a
I think-
bucket or to
yeah,
makeshift a bucket, that's an option. Alternatively, you could absolutely try and hover down the well.
I think he would look around for a given that we're all going to have to drink some water anyway, if we take it out of the full canteen, put anything that we don't drink, so that the jury rigged one we've got, we top that up, so that's effectively empty. And then if we've got rope, or we find a rope, we put it in the empty one, because if we lose that, then we haven't lost any water. Do you see what I'm saying? So if we the drinking for the night is from there's two. One is full. You've got a hen and a chicken. You've got to get them.
No, we got the intact one.
Got the intact one.
It's got 15. I'm going to have to recalculate that. Maybe
it's got numbers of units.
It's got enough for you guys for 2 days.
Yeah. So if we drink from that one, pour what we've got in the other one into that one.
Gotcha.
That gives us an empty
one
thing, so that any attempt for us to get water, use it as a bucket, as it were. If we lose it, we haven't lost any water.
Yeah, perfect.
Is my thought.
Yeah.
So he'll look around for that. He'll also look around for some kind of shovel for Debbie to bury this atheist. But I mean, he's not going to dig, but he'll at least try and find a shovel for her.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it like a search thing I'd have to do? Or?
There is a search thing, yeah, absolutely. Tom or James, which of you wants to lead the scavenging roll? So it's going to be a survival test. Perception survival.
I've got a good survival, but not a good perception.
And then
I've got a fairly good perception, but a fairly bad survival.
So this is a heavily searched area, so this is difficulty 3 to actually find stuff, and you're going to be taking some time. Like, you're literally going around that, all around the house, all in the barn, and all around the grounds to just find stuff. So you're kind of spending the early evening scavenging this place.
Well, I can give it a go, given it's perception.
Yeah,
I get better stuff on perception as well.
And then Tom, you can assist.
I reduce the difficulty of perception tests that rely on sight or smell by 1.
Do it.
God,
Difficulty
that's
2.
amazing.
Difficulty 2. Okay, so
you don't have any action points. Do you want to give me any action points?
No. I love you, but you're evil.
The wasteland is evil. Don't shoot the messenger.
Oh. Well, I'm just evil, so I don't know. How then would I do that if I don't want to use the button that's already there? Because if I click it, it's just going to roll survival endurance rather than survival perception.
Let me have a look. But I think you can change the special stat that you use.
Yes.
So if you click on endurance next to survival.
Oh, I see. Yes,
you
I
can
do
change
that,
it
and then I
temporarily.
can do that.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's give that a go.
Tom, he needs a success here from your assist die. So click on your token, roll to assist. Perception and survival. Any luck?
One off.
Any luck here, guys?
Yeah, I'll use a luck point
Okay.
to do it. Is that just full reroll then for that?
So you can re-roll. You can keep the 4 and you can re-roll the 13.
Okay, yeah.
So you could just like roll a d20 or
I'll just roll a d20.
we're looking for a 7 or under.
Roll 1d20.
Wow,
2
well done.
successes. So your luck prevails. All right, folks. I love this bit. It's a little bit bookkeepy, so bear with me. You get some random rolls on the scavenging table. If you have a look in the macros, there is a little rarity 0 to 1 loot roll in there. You can click it to be in your bar at the bottom left as well. So once you've found that, James, roll on food for me.
On food. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can select which one, right? I made the macro today, I think. So you can select which one. Okay, you find some preserved fancy lad snack cakes in the kitchen, in like the main part of the house.
Ooh.
But you find 18 junk. So all of you effectively find 18 junk. Now, this is a large enough location that you guys can spend normally, so you can spend action points normally to roll more times on different tables. What's available to you is food, beverages, and chems. Now, you can give me an action point to roll again once more on any one of those tables. Food, you can roll another 11 times if you really wanted to, if you want to keep giving me action points. Beverages, you can roll an extra 4 times, because you don't roll any by default, but you can roll a maximum of 4 times on that table. Chems is the same. There wasn't any basic rolls, but you can roll up to 4 times if you want to spend the action points on it.
I think we should roll beverages
Well,
at
yeah, we need
least
drinks, right?
twice.
Yeah.
Betty
Yeah.
finally comes off the bed after a little bit of a snooze and has
yeah.
a look for some beverages.
Power
Okay.
nap.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to get an action point for that. And so, yeah, Betty, roll on the beverages table for me.
All right. That also macro? All right. I just
Yeah.
said that. Oh, there it is. There it is. Beverages. Roll.
Select beverages. You find a little bottle of dirty water in the
Nice.
house.
Does my can-do perk work here?
You can. Is it a reroll? What is it?
It's when you're scavenging a location that contains food, you gain 1 additional random food item without spending AP.
Oh, food item. Okay, so not beverage item. All right. So roll again on food
Okay.
because you just rustle up some food.
I'm good at rustling up some food.
You find a tin of pork and beans.
Amazing.
We're eating good tonight.
We're gonna have pork and beans tonight.
I mean, the label at least says poor, and so you assume it's pork and beans.
I know. I
But
just
the rest
this
of it
is
has
this,
ripped and degraded and
This is what I
bleached
get at
by
the
the sun
supermarket.
over
Yeah,
time.
this is fine.
You recognise the logo.
Yeah.
It's all about brand recognition.
It is
when you're
really.
shopping. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to roll again on any of those? Food, beverages, or chems?
Hmm.
Well, James, you're muted.
Let's do
I
another
can't hear
beverages,
you.
right?
Are the beverages? Okay.
Yeah.
It's another action point.
Hey, at least we got extra food without an extra point.
This is true. Right.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Purified water.
Betty,
I found more water, both
there
dirty
is-
and purified.
there is a little fridge in here.
Yeah.
Not cold
That's
anymore.
obviously where you check for food and
Obviously.
water. Yeah.
But there is a little bottle with a handwritten label on here that has H2O on it.
Oh, great.
We can clean the sheets now.
Yeah. Be fine.
Any more rolls? Any more action
No, I'm
points
good.
for me?
I don't like how much you're fishing for these points.
Yeah, no, me neither. Mm-mm.
This is
I love it.
scaring
I think
me.
it's great.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's the evil.
Villainy.
Elon Musk, like,
Villainy.
bullshit.
No, it's the you get, I get. is that meme?
You get stuff. You get to survive. I get
Oh.
action points.
I'm assuming all the searching does not then either turn up a shovel or a trowel that I can give Debbie or any
Or rope.
rope or anything that we could use.
It doesn't bring up anything that is just like the item and just usable. But there is absolutely enough junk here to
to
like
make shift.
jury rig something
Yeah, okay.
that should work.
I like the idea that somewhere he finds, not like a garden trowel, but you get those garden forks.
Yeah.
And he finds a garden fork
Yep.
and then hands it to Debbie and goes, I found you a digging implement for a 6-foot deep grave. Just hands it to her. This is like a tiny little.
Thanks.
This ghoul's
That's
gonna have
nice.
like 8 ounces of dirt flicked on him and then she's gonna be done.
I think, yeah, like without even having a roll or anything, I think like Debbie just starts like disturbing the earth. And she's like, after a while, she's like, fuck this. And she just kind of like throws some dirt over him.
Like on the front porch, or do you move him?
No, it's gonna drag him off to the side a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Does she drag him or does she like poke him. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be like,
I'll get Bert to do it. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, Bert, you could. I mean, it wouldn't be very nice. I might give you a disease or something, but you could eat this guy. You're a super mutant. Like, you just eat people.
Has my wife made it? If not,
This
Bert
person?
does not eat it.
Indirectly, I mean, she tried to stab it and then you killed it. So technically, kinda.
I could cook him up for you if you want, darling.
Is that on the menu for tonight? Hang on. How do I portray that in Bert's speech?
menu?
Yeah.
flame grilled,
Dinner.
Tom.
I
Flame
point.
grilled.
Dinner?
Oh, well, I could wrestle up some. I've got some pork and beans. What's a little extra pork in the beans?
I love the idea that this happened after you've sort of scraped the earth, toe-poted him in and like thrown some earth on him.
Would
Yeah.
would
And then
a
they sort
super
of drag
mutant
him
know
out.
not to eat a feral? Unless, like, dire.
You're immune to radiation.
I suppose it doesn't matter.
They're
Meat's
effectively
meat, isn't
just.
it?
I mean, they're as probably as like dirty as people are. Like they're just more wasted away.
See, I need to figure out his level of intelligence. He's pretty friggin'
We'll get
dumb.
there, Tom. We'll
So,
get there. If you
he
don't want to
may
eat
not
it, you don't
even
have to
know.
eat it. This is entirely up to you guys.
He may not even know it's dangerous for humans to eat. If his
Yeah.
intelligence is like 4, he may not even.
What's his intelligence?
4.
You know it's bad, and you know that humans don't eat this, but you know that you can eat it.
Well, he won't. In that case, then, he'll point, go for me.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll just put a little extra meat in your portion, darling. Yeah.
Are you just gonna kind of cut off a select like?
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a
Cut
haunch. Yeah, yeah. Well, because like you want like a haunch, yeah, because that's gonna
Like a
fit well with the pork
thigh
and
or
beans.
something,
Yeah,
Give him a couple of ribs or something.
yeah, just like the thigh and butt. That's
Okay.
like right. It's already a little crispy because of the
Few
fire.
ribs.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already pre-barbecued, I guess.
yeah. Little flame charred, and I'll chop it up. Like I like clean the kitchen a little bit. Like I've
He's got the apron.
got the apron on, wince a little because I'm a little injured. But
Bert's
clean up the kitchen, get ready to cook. Everybody.
Bert is going to be, after he's done that, he's probably going to be outside next to, I don't know, go to Debbie or something. And he's
Mm-hmm.
you need rest.
Yeah, in a second, but I'll sleep in a minute. And she's gonna do a little service for whatever's left of this school, and she's like, dear Heavenly Father, please accept this poor soul into your great kingdom, or don't. I don't want to impose or ask anything of you that I shouldn't. But he did kind of die horribly, but did kind of eat him, so I think he's kind of paid his penance, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. Also, P.S. Sorry I threw up in the well. Bye. Amen. And then she's gonna.
do?
Huh?
What you do?
That's a prayer, Bert.
What that?
Well, it's how I keep in touch with God. And I tell him, that I love him and all he's done for the earth and all the people and all the souls and
God, husband.
not quite. No.
You're not gonna get married. You're not gonna pull an
Lady
Alice.
Alice. Jesus Christ. I mean, to some people, yeah, but not me.
Oh,
I don't have a husband.
what is words night?
Words night?
You before rest.
Oh, that is something that is very important to me. It's kind of like the prayer stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Ah.
just, I'm learning stuff, and uh, partly why I'm out here and not in my vault where it was nice and I had lots of food and water and not a lot of sun and rain and that stuff was, well, I'm out here trying to learn and spread the word and the good news and all that kind of good stuff, and that's how I keep it close.
Huh. Prayer does thing head.
It makes my head feel better when I do it. Yeah.
More. Uh, uh,
She just kind of like, huh?
um. How?
It almost looks like it's hurting Bert.
Yes.
This.
Yes. That's yes. He's like. Meh, meh.
I
Make
don't
me.
make you feel better?
Make me. Hmm. And again, he's got that look there you've seen at night where he's been staring at you doing it with that something's trying to turn in his head, and it's just kind of just staring into distance. He's like,
Do you want to learn how to pray? It's not hard. Just put your hands together, close your eyes, and then tell God something that you are thankful for.
Wife.
And I mean, you can say more if you want, but wife
Me.
is okay. You like thankful for your wife and for me.
Spot. Sometimes.
And Spot. Okay, I think that's a good start. That's a good start. And when you're done, you say Amen.
Men.
Amen. Amen.
Men.
There we go.
Food.
And there's like the sound of like Betty like humming along and singing in the kitchen using like, just chopping up stuff, opening the tin of pork and beans and cooking our dinner for the night.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
a goddamn Pixar movie in there.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And Debbie's gonna come in looking proud of herself because she has saved a soul. She did it. She got super immune to prey.
Dollar-wise, apart from the junk, there is one other thing that you find amongst the house and stuff.
I thought you were gonna say a monk.
No. You find a monk. Yeah, you find a monk just chilling in the barn. No, bizarrely out in the field, you find quite a dirty but intact holotape.
Okay. I think he will have to show that to Debbie in a quieter moment after food, I think, because obviously he can't. You need the pit boy to be able to read the holotape correctly, right? So
yes, I don't think you have a holotape player.
Holotape player. Yeah, I think as part of his vocal setup and his vocal speakers, if you gave him something that was purely like effectively a WAV, he could play it because he has several devotional songs that he can blare from himself.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have anything that he can't like see text or anything like that. So.
We could make it a mod if you wanted it.
No, I think it's
by default you have one.
No, I think it's nice that he has to give it to his traveling companion and that they have to do the reading.
Yeah. All right. All right. So are you just eating the food that you found and drinking the water that you found, or are you keeping any of it? Are you
I
with Betty
imagine-
cooking?
Yeah, since we only found like one thing of pork and beans, I imagine Betty's mixing it with some of our rations and supplies that we have.
Well,
Cool.
you can have the snack cakes that I've got as
That's
well.
dessert.
you've
Delightful.
Oh, fair
Okay.
play. So you've got two. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, and like a ration, because our our pork coach guys got to eat too.
All right.
So
Well, so food's not a problem. So there can be like another couple things added to the
Yeah.
potluck, effectively, from the
yeah,
caravan.
yeah. I make it like a pork and beans with some cornbread, and yeah,
Hint of ghoul.
You're making a Minnesota salad that totally isn't a salad. It's
Yeah.
just everything's going in.
yeah,
All
yeah, yeah. And then
sweetbreads.
Bert's portion is like an extra big, extra meatier helping.
Bert seemingly has a steak as a side
Yeah,
with his meal, but it is a little bit whiter than
it's a
red.
pork chop.
Yeah, a
Pork chop to go with the
It's a
pork and
long
beans.
pork chop.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
long.
I imagine
pork
Bert
chop.
has to eat a lot more than everyone
Yeah.
else.
Mhm,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then there's a little long pork chop for Spot that I have a little
Yeah.
on his little teacup saucer that he eats.
Yeah, the rad roach skitters around, hangs out on a wall.
Yeah. He
after-
always has the little leash though. I just
yeah,
like
the leash
just
is
tether
always
him to
down.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm cooking. And I am over dinner like, oh y'all wouldn't mind if Bert and I take the master bedroom, would you? I mean, it's been a while since we've had some privacy on the road, and I mean, I don't know when else we're gonna try to secure a little Bert Jr.
I'm sleeping in the fucking barn. I'm going back to my vault. Get me out of here.
Otherwise, is
That was the
gonna
line.
say,
We found it.
yeah, that's it. Otherwise, is gonna say very, very loudly for everyone to hear. Go forth, multiply, and be fruitful.
Oh, we're trying dollar-wise.
And always remember, wear a crash helmet.
For the first time you've noticed in a little while, Rhymy's actually standing there now in like the doorway listening to all of this and is just looking at the couple just out of his mind. Well, as long as you guys are safe and gets his little hip flask out. Finds there's nothing in it.
This man wasn't an alcoholic before. He's definitely one after this.
He's turned already because of the caravan. And just walks straight into the like kid's bedroom, effectively next
Yeah.
door. And yeah, sits
Oh,
up.
do I need any medical attention before I go to bed, or do
So-
we get like some hit points
Yeah,
back?
Yeah. So out of combat, hit points are healed by resting. So
Okay,
we need
good.
like a good night's rest, or by eating and drinking. So
wonderful.
just the eating and drinking, there's enough there to just restore
Wonderful.
you to
Wonderful.
your full. Like,
I'm great then. Yeah.
so
Lovely.
2 water items have been consumed here, presumably. There needs to be a third based on the 3 of you drinking. Or is someone missing out tonight to ration water?
Betty will skip water tonight because Debbie seems a little traumatized by the whole ordeal, and I noticed. I noticed that his flask was empty, so he's obviously also a little thirsty. And I'm gonna quench my thirst with Bert later, so it's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna throw up in real life.
What's making you ill? It's like a fire hose.
Oh!
Oh, stop!
Stop it! Oh my god.
I'm
Terms
putting in
of
my
service.
resignation. I'm out. Black Cats, I'm out. See ya. I'm done.
Terms of
Peace.
fucking service.
It's a beautiful thing. They're very married.
Oh God.
So in love.
Debbie, do you go out to the barn?
Maybe he's gonna go sleep with the Brahmin tonight in the barn.
Okay, cool. There is an opportunity for Dollarwise to hand you the holotape if you want to do that.
So Dollarwise will come up to Betty after and say, "You did good work today, Betty. I know it was
Debbie.
hard." Sorry, yeah, because we keep saying,
It's
yeah,
the names. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
names. I don't know why they're so Devon, but you did great work today, and you have converted your first. You never forget your first. I was worried he was an atheist too, but we got rid of that atheist, ungodly as he was. Now, I could explain what Betty and Bert are planning to do this evening, but it seems like it's best for your ears not to hear. So here's something to listen to instead. And he hands you with his pincer, he hands you the tape, the holotape.
Thank you, Otherwise, she's just gonna pop it into a Pit Boy. She's just like
Very
not
dirty, like potatoes you used to
It's
get
like-
from the grocers. Yeah, you have to like
Blows.
blow on the cartridge.
Yeah.
Even though they say don't do that, it always works.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you click it in, shut the little cassette player, and a crackle starts on the Pip Boy's speaker, and then you start to hear a man's voice. The sky was a shade darker today. If that's even possible. It's only been a few years since the bomb fell, but it feels like a lifetime. The old world is gone, replaced by this twisted nightmare of a land. My name is Clements, and this is my testament of survival. What is happening? What is happening? What are you doing? Little Discord chat, stop it. We've lost them.
Lindy's crying.
Sorry.
I'm gonna cover you guys with the
Tom
little script.
started it. I just wanted you to know that Tom started it.
Okay, I might start getting action points soon. I'm just gonna cover
Sorry,
you. I'm gonna
so
cover
sorry.
you with my window. There we go.
Come on,
Okay.
sorry, please.
It continues. I've been trying to keep this farm going. Potatoes were always our lifeblood, and I figured they'd be hardy enough to survive this hellscape, but something's wrong. The crops are withering, leaves turning black, and shriveled as if it's blight or poison or something. Soil almost feels different. Almost sick. I can't figure it out. The fallout, maybe? But I've seen other plants around here manage just fine. Mutant freaks that they are. My Geiger counter keeps ticking sometimes, but doesn't scream, so it can't be just the radiation. It's like the very earth has turned against me, refusing to yield anything but death. Livestock's gone. Mutant dogs took the last of the big horners 2 nights ago. It was all I could do to drive them off with a shotgun, and even then, lost more than I saved. It's just me and the taters now. They're dying too. I remember the days this farm was alive. The smell of fresh earth, the rustling leaves, the sun rising over the hills. Sally swears it's a curse that we're paying for the sins of the old world. I don't know what to believe anymore. Every day just gets harder. Supplies are running real low, and scavenging parties coming back with less and less from the city. I've seen men turn on each other for just a can of beans. I'm really worried about what will happen now if the crops don't turn out soon. If anyone finds this, just know that we tried. Try to hold on to a piece of the old world. Try to carve out a slice of normality in this broken place. and there's a click as the holotape ends.
That wasn't the happy bedtime story Debbie was expecting, so she's like she curls up next to the Brahmin a little bit more, and then eventually she'll fall asleep, but it's like, this is Debbie's no good, very bad day.
The Brahmin smells bad, but like after a while, you don't smell it anymore.
Nah.
And eventually, you do manage to drift off to sleep. And that's where we'll wrap up today's first session. Thank you,
Delightful.
everyone. I cannot wait to hear after we stop streaming what the fuck was happening.
Well, after we're done streaming, we'll share it and the we'll share. It's just yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the first session of Fallout. It was a lot of fun. I love getting my teeth into a setting that I know really well. I can just like riff off of. And we have an absolutely balmy bunch of player characters with us. So I want to hear each of you what you enjoyed of that, like what you're looking forward to in the future, any hopes for your character or just for looting in general, like down the pipe. Lindy, I don't regret for a second inviting you just to play.
I'm so happy to hear that.
What did you enjoy? Tell us.
Oh my gosh. Hi. I enjoyed my wonderful, darling, dear husband Bert. Tom and I's cahooting behind the scenes has really paid off, I feel. I enjoyed being a girl's girl moment with Debbie, and dollar-wise is just cracking me up all session. Just heretic. Just killed me. Sorry, I'm phlegmy now because I laughed so hard. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm
I
very
love
excited to
your
explore.
little like Minnesota mum accent.
Oh,
It's
thank you there.
perfect.
It's yeah, just a perfect 1950s housewife. I can't wait to see more of what she cooks up for the group of question mark meals. Because you gotta make do with what you've got in your pantry. You gotta get real creative sometimes. And maybe in more real estate opportunities, because Bert and I were just trying to settle down, get away from that awful HOA. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy. Next, on Wednesday, where I GM Tom and Susie in Tracks of Terror, a Call of Cthulhu campaign, where the children have been yearning for the mines, and now they're in the mines, and there's children, and they may have shot somebody, and we left off right there.
Tom's got
One
something to add, I
person
think.
shot someone.
Yeah, okay, not y'all specifically,
y'all.
but the group has
Okay.
shot somebody, an overseer, a teacher's assistant. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Thank you so
No
much
one
for having
important.
me. Yeah.
You're welcome. Tom, what have you got to say for yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I love playing Bird. There's something nice about just playing a dumb character that has a motivation, and that motivation is another character. It's great. It's just a lot of fun, and it helps when you roll well. But in fairness, everything we've done is what Bert is good at: the fighting and the surviving.
Yeah.
Anything else, and he's kind of useless, which I'm looking forward to rolling to as well, because that'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
But again, I just want to just echo that I lost it when James said, "But then atheist." I just
That was it, right?
it was just a great. It was perfect, absolutely perfect.
Where can we find you around the internet?
Oh yes, you can find me on the internet, my stream Hotflakes Tom, and all social medias stuff like that. And of course, I'll be on Laugh Love Lindy's stream on Wednesdays as well.
Lush. To our innocent vault dweller, Susie, how was Debbie's first like outing.
It's horrible for Debbie. It's terrible. But very fun for me to play. I did say to the gang before we started this campaign that I'm with Debbie. I'm trying to play a character that I don't usually play, like very much a fish out of water, not a strong girl, and not the super smart, like suave, like charisma type either. So even though Debbie does have quite a high what's a freaking no, she doesn't actually. She only got charisma 5. Never mind. I'm a liar. Um she's not necessarily a very smooth talker. So it's very fun, very challenging to play because my usual instinct is like punch. Um
Yeah.
but I had to override that. Uh but man, everyone's characters are so good. They're so like zany and over the top in a very Fallout way, right? Everybody is very
Hmm.
like of the settings, very, very good. And Sam, your NPCs already, I can tell. Rhymy, Peak, Bingo Fuel. What a great like
Yeah.
robot with memory problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so good. So I'm so looking forward to seeing how we make or break in the wasteland. Probably break. Uh,
Awesome.
but yeah, much like Tom and Lindy, I'm going to be on Lindy's channel on Wednesday. Shout it out in chat, laugh with Lindy. And then otherwise, find me all over the internet at Susanna Grace.
Beautiful. And James, I mean, bravo. Like a phenomenal Mr. Handy.
Well, it's helpful that it's basically or canon-ish Matt Berry these days, so that makes life easier. Um, and yeah, just a lot of opportunities to enjoy. I think the things that I'm really interested in going to enjoy is actually weirdly like a mirror to Tom in terms of it's really nice to have a character who's pretty just got one or two ideas of what it is that they have, almost like coding, which is great for a robot. Obviously, that's what they do, and their main motivation for good or ill is one other character. Although I feel like Bert's motivation is much more positive, whereas the motivation of taking Debbie under Dollar Wise's burner and showing her the ropes is perhaps a little bit more negative. Like exposing her to the joys of the wasteland and missionary work is gonna be fun. But yeah, so that's gonna be really fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. I've got even just off the back of that, I've got even more ideas about how we can do stuff and how he can fit into the team and what he can do to help, which is going to be fun. Yeah, around the internet, I'm Gillen Stern. I am basically writing NPCs at the moment for stuff.
Yeah.
Apart from that, got a load of stuff going on and a load of stuff coming up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to RPing on Mondays. I don't, just in case next Monday, I think we're here, but for anybody else in this group, I think Tom and Sam, don't forget it's bank holiday next Monday as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm around. We'll figure it out. But yeah,
figure it.
it's
But just as a heads up,
Labor Day is the week after. Funnily enough, weirdly enough, that's not lined up this year.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. We'll see who's around and if we want to stream. But yeah, I'm RPG Webby around the internet. I hope that you have enjoyed dipping your toe into the Idaho wasteland in this Fallout 2D20 campaign. I've had this prepped for ages, and I'm so glad that we just get to play and explore and just have a really wacky time with it. I right now, besides doing this, I'm writing a load of subclasses, don't tell anyone, for an upcoming expansion to the spy game. We are going to be kickstarting that quite soon. So if you want to hear more about that, head over to, first of all, blackcatsgamingshop.com for our little web store. If you want to pick up the spy game, you can grab the PDF on DriveThruRPG as well, but you can also get it from us. Then hit up all our socials as well. Follow Black Cats pretty much everywhere, or Black Cats Gaming on Facebook, and we'll have news when we're ready to share it as well. And then obviously, when the campaign's almost ready to go. We'll have a little preview page too. So yeah, I got a little busy couple of months ahead of me, but we're really excited that we get to do our next little thing. All right, it's raid time. Let's head over to the Explorers of Elsewhere. They're trying out some Daggerheart, and I really want to have a look too. So head over to them, see what you think, and then yeah, like let us know what you think of Daggerheart as well, like in the chat or like on socials and stuff, or in our Discord. Our Discord's a cool place to be. I don't know if there's a link for that. There might be. Anyway, we're ready to raid now. So bye bye.